Welcome everyone to Game of 5th Edition D&D with the Unnamed Adventurers Guild. I'm Alex Newton. I'll be your DM for this morning. So, everyone here is a member of the city of, well, I wouldn't call it a city, more of a town of Loxy in the Steel Kingdom. So we're going to start there rather than the Unnamed Adventurers Guild. And you have Uther Pendragon's keeping you there until Nevermore Manor is being fully constructed. He's been sending troops and citizens to that place. And as you guys are staying there for a few days, you are realizing that a lot of people are flocking to Loxy now. And mostly travelers just looking to finally settle down, but also a lot of craftsmen who are looking to, well, make a name for themselves. And as you are resting at the local inn, a very exacerbated, I can't word. A very exacerbated man enters the building. He's tired after what looks like a lot of running. He's carrying a large chest on his back, but he's going around the inn. He says, "Can anyone help me? I need help right now. I'm looking for strong, capable warriors to help me. This is really important." And he starts going around and asking for help from the local knights and soldiers who frankly have enough on their plates already. So let's introduce our three people who are also in this inn/tavern for the time being, starting with Dell.
Hi, I'm Dell, and I'll be playing Caleb Nevermore. He is a zealot barbarian and kind of a shy guy. And he is gonna soon be roomies with Valerie in Nevermore Manor once it is completed.
Okay. Chris?
Yeah, I'm Christopher. I'm gonna play Mist in the morning, who is a Tabassi road barbarian who kind of is famous in this town. But yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. And Sandra?
Hi, my name is Sandra, and I'm going to be playing Valerie or Valkandra, and she's a variant human Battlemaster fighter level 3. She has long blonde hair and usually is never seen without her great axe and like her hand axes on her belt. And she has recently been knighted and gained like the title Hero of Loxy for fending off like not really like successfully, but she didn't play a big part in it for fending off like Cyclops and helping some priests out and cleansing the land around Rallon. So she will get up and in this tavern she will get up and walk towards the person that just asked for help and entered the tavern asking, "What is it? What can we help you with?"
Yes. Oh, I didn't know that you would be here. And I guess Oliver is here now.
Hi.
All right,
Hey,
Oliver.
Alex.
We'll just say that you were staying in Loxy.
Sure.
So introduce yourself. You're staying at an inn/tavern while the tavern is actually being constructed, and you're just kind of eating breakfast with your companions here.
Right. Hi, everybody. I'm Alex Blanco, also known as Alex Number 2. I will be playing Oliver Grovin. He is a level 4 Divine Soul Sorcerer of Ilmater, the God of Endurance. Very average Joe. Was blessed with these powers from a god that he didn't even want to receive, so he's trying to just figure that out as he just lives his life and is.
All right. So you approach this man who's exhausted, carrying a large chest on his back. It looks kind of heavy from the way he's carrying it. And when you approach him, he says, "Yes, yes. I know you. You're quite famous here, aren't you?
It matters
Valerie."
not. Yes, but it matters not. What is the issue?
Oh, that's kind of hard to explain. But all I can tell you for now, until we get closer, is that my animals are loose. But they're not just farm animals. They are very dangerous animals. And not like lions or tigers. They're very they're magical creatures.
She'll look over to Caleb and kind of see if he got if he noticed that the guy came in and if he steps towards them as well as to Mist and Oliver.
Yeah, Caleb will step up beside you and be like, "Well, could you describe these animals a little bit more? Is there something that makes them real special to you or something?"
Not to me in particular, but I don't want to discuss it much about it here. It's very. He looks around to the people around. He says, It's very. It's just easier to explain when we're out of town. I'm by myself. And he says, I don't have any weapons.
Yeah, if it is that dangerous, I think it might be rather unsettling for some of the folks here. So I think that's a good idea.
So you guys follow him out of the village?
Yep. Well, Valerie will.
Yeah.
So you all follow him outside, and he takes you to this hilltop, and he points you really far away, and you see this large farmstead that's kind of in a I wouldn't call it quite an open field. It's a bit of a rocky outcrop, but it has a farmstead there. The farmstead is essentially a large barn. There doesn't seem to be much in the fenced area anymore, just a few cattle. It's about a day away. And he says, yes, the creatures that I'm breeding are, I know this may sound bad, but they're a Domia experiment, so to speak. And of course they said that the chaos magic didn't really work here, and I don't know what that all is all about, but they said they needed some land here and that they would pay very handsomely to use it. And I didn't believe them, but well, of course I'm here to pay you with some of that money now to help me fix this problem.
How did these animals escape, if you don't mind asking?
He says, well, part of this supposed experiment is that they were trying to breed some sort of new creature. And it worked. It was successful. We had precautions to deal with the two creatures that we were familiar with. But this new one was different. And, well, it surprised one of us at the gate. And it introduced an ability that the others don't have. And, well, they got out. we've contained them in the barn, but no, everyone's too afraid to go in there.
I think it's round about time that you tell us what these beasts are. We're no longer in the town, so should be safe enough.
He says, I just wanted to make sure I could trust you. Sorry, just a little paranoid, a little tired. I haven't eaten yet.
You've gotten this
Oh.
far.
Here, take my ration.
And he says, okay, I go ahead. He takes your ration and he doesn't eat it right now. And he says the one is a breed of dogs with Fey energy, and the mage that sold them to me said that they were called blink dogs. They were pretty easy to keep in place. They're very simple. They just require a bit of entertainment and food from time to time, and they seem very smart. So, I mean, the acting had to be on point, so we had actors there. That's how we kept them inside. They could rightly leave whenever they wanted for the most part. Don't know why they stay. But the other pen was full of. I'm not sure if you're any of you are familiar with this, but they were full of face spiders.
May we roll a carna for this?
I would actually go ahead and say that nature would be more appropriate.
All right.
I'd like to roll for that. Oh,
11.
I think this is my bonus I did or something like that.
No.
I get a -1 on that.
4. No, not even 3. I was looking at wisdom.
Is there someone gonna help me? No, probably not.
We're all doing our own roll.
Well, yeah, we're
I'll
all
roll
rolling.
a 16 and plus 8, so 24.
What?
Why
So-
do you still need help?
So face spiders, can be pretty lethal hunters. They fight similarly to spiders. The only difference is that once they can phase out of reality. Kind of like how ghosts are. Ghosts can leave into this strange spectrum that you can't see them or hurt them. Face spiders do the exact same thing. They can do it as often as they want.
So like ghost spiders, but not ghost.
Yeah.
This is probably how Miss gonna explain what it is.
So he says, and of course this new breed is even worse off, and it has some sort of other ability. I didn't see it for myself, but we haven't found. I have a farmhand that goes in there and usually tends to it. He was really talented with the animals there, but he's gone. We haven't found his body, so I hope he's safe and maybe he's hiding somewhere.
What is this ability you're speaking of? I mean, you must have know more about it since you know it exists.
No, this is the first time he's used it. I'm assuming it's a new ability. He's just, like I said, my farmstead has dealt with the face spiders for quite some time, and they've never been an issue. But as soon as this new one came up and hit adulthood, its entire personality changed, and like I said, we haven't found his body.
Never fought arcane creatures before. Or, I don't even know how to describe that.
He'll step forward. So what do you plan us to do? Do you want us to return them, or would you think it's just best for us to take them out completely?
Just take them out. If they get out, well, we The Steel Kingdom has fought these creatures before. It's not that the soldiers can't deal with them. That's just that my farm is closer to Loxie and Raylan, and well, if the phase spiders get out and start killing citizens there, I am liable to go to jail. And I'd rather them die and then be sentenced to life or worse.
Understood. That makes sense.
Do you know where the last place was that you saw your friend?
Oh, they're all still stuck in the barn.
Okay.
We have magical protections to prevent them from leaving the barn. So they are still in there.
Well, time's of the essence.
Yes, we better hurry.
Probably go. Yeah.
Now he starts eating your rations. He's a portly man, though he seems to be keen in the way of business. Farming is not something that he's used to anymore, at least.
She'll also give him like like some of her water skin. I don't know. He seems like he doesn't have like a lot of preparations and he's really stressed out. She's like, "Here, you should drink and calm down. We will take care of this to the best of our capabilities."
He says, "Oh, thank you. Oh, and that reminds me." And he says, "This chest that I am carrying right now, this is for you." And he'll actually take it off his back, which is slung on just onto him by some straps. And he puts it down in front of you. He says, "This is for you."
Yeah, if this is our reward, we'll probably just take it once the job's done. No need to.
He says, "Well, I don't want you to carry it around. I mean, we're already here."
All right. Mist, if you don't mind.
Mist just put it up on his shoulder and lot it in the room. You have it at the inn, probably.
Okay, so you guys all return to the inn. While you're putting it up in the room, he's taking his time with the water skin and the rations. And you put it in the room. Do you open it?
Yeah, I don't check what it is.
Okay, it's a very simple lock. It doesn't even really need a key. You just it's basically to keep animals out of it. And you open it up, and there's got to be at least 1,000 gold in this thing.
Miss is just gonna lie down in the chest like a real cat. Like, this is my reward, the box.
I don't think my foot to be down there, but yeah, I just gonna kinda hide it in the room, and
Okay.
I have the room, right? It's my room, right?
Yes.
Okay. And I gonna lock the door afterwards, then I go down and join the others.
So after he's done eating the rations and drinking some water, he'll give you back your water skin.
Thank
He
you.
says, Thank you. Now, we will be off, yes?
As soon as Miss comes back, yes.
Yeah. Lead the way.
All right. So it doesn't take long for Miss to come back. And he starts leading you back to his farmstead. You get there in the middle of the night.
What time was it coming to the city?
About the afternoon.
Okay.
So you guys get there at about midnight. And he says, "I have cots for you to sleep in if you need to. They'll be stuck in there almost indefinitely unless the doors open."
Well, you wouldn't want that to happen. How long have they been stuck in there?
He says, "Just a matter of days. They have plenty of food in there, I assure you."
Well, that's good because I was starting to get worried that we might become food. So, I would propose that we'll wait until morning because the darkness will hinder my eyesight, and that is not optimal for battle.
Yeah, same here.
Are we 3 humans? Yeah,
Three
right?
humans and a cat.
Eh, this shit never happens.
Here's sound effects.
Here comes the laugh track.
Hey,
All the animals.
wait, where's my puppy? Hold on.
Where's my pup?
They're outside. They're too far.
So you guys sleep in some rooms he has for you guys. Well, it's not
Yep.
for you, but it's for guests.
No, it's for us. He made me a room.
Yeah,
It
it's
can
got-
barely fit on the cot.
Oh. Because they're so tall.
He says, "I didn't expect the giant to live here. Sorry."
Ooh. So, blood of the god.
He says, "I can't reach anyone else." So you rest in his guest rooms, and you wake up in the morning. He has his servants feed you porridge for breakfast. And he takes you out to the barn. And it's basically barred shut, though you do feel magic coming off of them.
So the animals is right inside the room, right?
He says, "I don't know where they'd be exactly, but I imagine the spiders would be there. The dogs might not show up until later."
Do you
Do I need to repair a ritual to speak to animals?
He says, "From my understanding, I don't think either of them can speak in that fashion."
Oh dear.
do
Well,
you
I
have
think it's because he says that they aren't animals, which is kind of confusing, but I just get paid to keep them here.
do you
Okay.
have a number for us, and can you estimate how many we're supposed to face in there?
He says there should be 3 phase spiders, as well as the new breed. And then there should be only 4 blink dogs.
Okay. We'll turn over to the man. I'll just say, I think it would be best for you to stay inside while all this is happening.
He says, "I'm not staying inside."
You're
He
gonna.
says, "I have to close the door behind you."
That's a good point. Oh, we're going in there. I thought he was just like, open the doors.
No, why would I let them out?
It's a good point. Oh, so we're going in. Okay.
Yes.
That's a lot different. Then you can stay wherever you want, sir.
Mr.
Live
your
Summer
life.
is gone.
And he says, "Now, just to let you know that the other blink dogs and face spiders, and even the new breed, there's a collared blink dog in there that was the farmstead's pet. If you see him in there, he might have an idea on where it is." The farmstead, I thought he was crazy, but he said he could talk to his dog. So maybe if he's still in there, maybe he knows something that might be able to tell us what happened.
So the daughter talked?
He says, "I said he was crazy. He just started barking at him one day, and they barked back, and they held a conversation, I guess."
Great.
Well, then we'll try to maybe capture him with this with a rope or something, and try
That
to.
ain't gonna work.
It is not. Well, she does not know a lot about those.
Yeah, he said he'll just say you trying to hold one down is impossible. The blink dogs, they can teleport away, and the face spiders can. I don't even know what they can do. They just turn ghostly and then fade away.
Do you know if these animals have any particular weaknesses or something that we could explore?
The mage said that they could be bludgeoned to death. So they say weapons will work. The only thing that I could think of that might help you is that the face spiders, they like to phase in and out a lot. So I don't know how you would hit them, but they can appear and disappear very quickly. Though it's always at moments at a time. So once they come in, there's a small window, and then they leave again.
This is going to prove as a challenge for my ability with the axe, and I'm willing to take it.
Okay, well, I'll open the door then.
Mister, I asked, do everyone have healer potions?
Got one, but
I got 3.
I got a healer's kit.
I can heal you. I'm your healing potion.
I'm gonna throw a healer potion to Caleb.
Thank you, Mist. I appreciate it.
It's a Western.
That's because the Steel Kingdom's in the west.
That makes sense.
Mind blown.
Wow.
So we are drawn in now, or?
Yep.
Yeah, he lifts the bar up.
I have a question. When the spider
Lifts the bar up. I have a question. Oh god, bar down.
So the face spiders go into another dimension, right?
I don't know.
Okay.
Great.
I have a DM of seeing, but I'm not using it. But
Yeah, you got to attune to it.
if one of you want it, you should get it.
Well, if we have an hour, then someone should probably use it, but I don't know much about magics.
I feel like it would be more beneficial for you guys to use it.
I have no attunement space for that, so.
Caleb, do you want to use it? You're usually hit pretty hard in combat, so it would be a really good advantage for you.
See what's actually coming, probably.
Does it require, like, do I have to, like, have one hand, like, holding this thing the whole time? Because I can't swing my weapon with
I think
one
so,
hand.
yeah.
Do you have to hold it? Then we can't use it because we're both two-handed.
Yeah, because you need to see through it. You need to hold it up to your eye to see.
So then it's gotta be me.
Yep.
Okay. I'll take it. Give me an hour, guys.
Do you
Let me
just
look.
point the warriors where to go?
We just done that the day before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I'll mention that the only person who can hit creatures on the ethereal plane is Oliver.
Can
Why?
hit people?
Because only magic can hit creatures on the ethereal plane.
I have a ghost blade.
Don't know what that does.
I don't know. It's a magic blade
Cool.
that's ghosty.
But that's not magic. That's a magical weapon, but not magic, right? Like spiritual weapon?
Well, it's not from 5e, so
Okay.
who made it?
Chapo. I think it's just a magical weapon. I just summon at will from a tattoo.
I sent the question to him, but I'll maintain the statement until
Yeah,
otherwise
sure,
said.
sure.
Magic weapons can hit creatures on the ethereal plane, but there's only a 50% chance that it will.
Okay.
Because, like you said, they aren't magic, but they are close to it.
Yeah, okay.
Well, do you feel confident using this stone from Mist, Oliver?
I think this will work. I'm pretty sure. I mean, only one way to find out is just trying it.
Right.
I have no idea how these spiders work, so we'll see how it goes.
Well, you be our Oz, Oliver, and we'll be your blades.
Sure thing. Oh god, so much pressure.
Ooh, shiny.
And we'd be ready, like, Valerie would be ready to go in. So,
Okay,
I'm gonna roll initiative now.
Yes.
that's fair enough.
Probably dirt it.
So we'll all roll initiative now.
Oh my god. I rolled the same thing for initiative as I did yesterday.
Oh,
For Christ's sake.
Holy fuck.
Oh damn.
As if that makes a difference, Caleb.
I
wanna
forgot
go-
I have a little bit more dex now.
But I want
have
to go really first.
Yeah, so I have a +8 to initiative. I forgot. I'm sorry.
I want to go super first. Yeah, because of the alert.
How you? Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
so he lifts the bar off, and you guys go inside. And once you're inside, he says, "Good luck. Just knock 3 times when you want out." And then he'll push the door closed and bar it back up again.
Alex,
And
can you
he'll
give
say,
us the
"I'll be
numbers?
listening."
Okay, can you give us the numbers for the face spiders and blink dogs again? I'll note that down.
Fuck no.
Okay. Thanks.
There are so many.
Okay.
Great.
Okay.
Million.
So no. Okay. Okay.
Why are we not just burning the place down?
Because there's people in here.
And maybe he wants his barn still.
Oh, okay.
And if they can phase onto a different plane, then that'll just let them all escape, will it not? You burn the
Yeah,
place
they would all
down.
just hide from the fire.
Yeah. They-
I have
The
done
building
it.
could collapse on top of them and it wouldn't hurt them.
Say fuck you, fire. Ugh. Alright. As soon as we get
Stupid
inside, I'm checking out this gem.
Alright.
Looking through it.
Now, just a reminder, because we rolled initiatives, does not mean you're in combat yet. I'll just
Okay, well.
give you that. I'll just preface that right now
Right.
as you're using that.
Coolio.
Miss forgot to pee, so he gonna go to the corner and pee.
Oh my god.
You forgot to pee. Okay.
Plenty
Roll
of
me.
time.
Roll me a percentage.
Oh no.
Fuck.
Oh God. Yeah. Are you peeing on one of these?
Dog butt
That
cheeks.
That's what the percentage is for, isn't it?
I mean, they could be anywhere, and he's just deciding to whip out his dick and rock to a wall.
Oh man, please bite him in the
47.
dick. Please bite him in the dick.
47? Okay, you're good.
God damn it. That would have been priceless. The spider bites you in the dick.
Oh, shit. So, you speak the command word, and you look through the gem.
Command word. Yes.
All right. On the material plane, this place is really neat, nice and clean. There's nothing going on. You do see like one of the phase dogs or the blink dogs, like in the background, kind of jumping on some hay. But you bring your eye up, you bring the gem up to your eye, and you look around, and you see that in the ethereal plane, there is the walls and the ceilings are just covered in webbing.
Oh god.
And you actually see one of the phase spiders on the ceiling climbing around. It doesn't seem to be taking any interest in you, and it seems to be kind of stalking towards another pen.
Okay.
In the pen that they are walking to, you do see these kind of like piglets just kind of swimming around in there.
Not the piggies.
Do you see something, Oliver?
Yeah, spider on the ceiling. Very big. Do I hit it? It's gonna kill some pigs.
Is there dart inside?
No, it's well lit.
Okay.
Do I hit it? Because I think I'm the only one that can hit it.
Well,
Well,
yeah, you can cast something.
You can. What are you gonna hit it with?
A cantrip.
What are you casting?
Frostbite. Okay. Just get ready, guys. Just protect me, please.
Fail if it's safe.
Ooh. Yippee. He takes 3 cold damage and has disadvantage on his next attack roll.
Weapon
So
attack.
Yeah, same thing.
Do we all make perception checks if we see anything in there, or do we just assume we don't see shit until they come up?
You literally can't see shit.
Okay.
Can we
you
see
hit-
the dog? Because I think you said you saw him before you put up the gem.
Yeah, you see the blink dogs jumping around in the hay in the other room.
Can we see the collared one?
No.
Okay.
The phase spider gets this chill. You guys might feel like the chill of the spell going on, but you don't see where it hits or where it lands. And the phase spider shivers and then looks over to the 4 of you, though mostly at Oliver, because out of everything that is like when in the ethereal plane, everything looks ghostly to him, but when he looks over to you, the only thing he can see clearly is your eye looking through this nice looking gem. And he hisses at your eye, so you, and then he scuttles away into the other room.
Okay, spider's gone.
Did you kill it? That's real good, Oliver.
Nope, not that strong.
Well, where did it go?
Over there, to the other room. I'll just point.
The pig has stopped freaking out.
But you know what? I saved the pig, so that's all that matters.
The pigs are not part of this animal experience, are they? Experiment.
No, they're just poor pigs who are now succumbed to a scary life right now.
Are you sure it's not explosive pig or something like that?
I doubt it.
Okay.
Should we not lead it out so they can't escape?
It's probably the food to put into the animals.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, it's probably their food.
That's a little sad.
That makes sense. Okay. Well, it went over to the other room, but we've still got these dogs here.
No, they're in the other room as well, aren't they? Like over
Yeah.
there. Is there anything else in this room that you see, Oliver?
Looking through my eye.
Nope, just lots of webs in the ethereal plane.
Nope. A lot of webs.
Do we see any webs in the material plane?
No.
Can I brush my hand through it and would my hand stop or get all sticky?
No, your hand would go through it.
Oh, okay. It's weird.
I mean, it's a little different if you put the gem into it.
Oh yeah, no, let's.
That won't be a good idea.
No.
Your eye is full with webs.
Oh my god.
The gem would be stuck inside of it.
No.
Well, then we should probably move forward if this room is clear.
Okay, so you start moving around. There's basically just walls of squared straw and hay. The pen, there are other small pens just full with a variety of animals, such as chickens and pigs and not cows, but calves.
Oh,
And
cows.
they're mostly protected, though if a phase spider wanted to get in there, they could. Though it doesn't seem they have gotten into it yet. You go into the other room and you see the 4 blink dogs. They aren't aggressive to you, and they're hopping around. They're just playing, minding their own business.
Oh.
Position-wise, that would stand like next to Oliver, and basically like on his right side. And I don't know where Miss would be, but she would not go like super far away from Oliver because he seems a little bit less
Just say
strong,
it.
strong in defense.
Just rip the band-aid. Rip the band-aid, girl.
Puny.
Yeah. There you go.
I don't know the
Puny
word.
human. Yeah.
can
Caleb
take
probably
it.
be on his other side, just sort of flanking him to make sure.
Yeah.
I feel so safe. I feel like a high priority target, man. It's like, we'll protect you, Mr. President.
Right? With great access, Mr. President.
Okay.
Could I see a collar on one of the dogs?
None of these ones.
Okay. Yeah, none of these got collars, guys.
And do you see more spiders in this room? I mean, he said 3, and you only saw 1, right?
Hmm. I mean, we've still got more of the barn to go. But I'll check the ceiling.
Roll me perception as you're checking the ceiling.
Gotcha. Dice roller. Ooh, that's not bad. 15.
Okay. You are looking up at the ceiling and you are you're sensing something behind you, and you turn around and there's a phase spider in the ethereal plane right behind you.
Ah, fuck.
And it swats at you, but it can't hit you. But it does try to knock the gem out of your hands. So make me an athletics or acrobatics check.
Okay, they're both the same.
Does
So,
it become visible to us?
No, because it's not leaving the ethereal plane.
Okay.
well, not good. 9.
Oh, you still beat it.
Oh, okay.
It rolled low too, and it doesn't get any bonuses. So it smacks the gem, and to everyone else, it just looks like he kind of hits himself in the face with the gem. But so the spider just swats it, and it hits you in the head, the forehead. But you don't lose it, and the spider just hisses at you because it knows what you've done.
Yeah, spider, right there, right there, right there.
Can I hold my action to swing at one of them once they come into reach and visible?
Sure.
Well, I'll do that then.
Could I just put the gem in my pocket for now?
Yeah. You put it in your pocket. You're like, I'm done with this shit for a while.
Like, nope. Just
So yeah, you pocket it and kind of feeling their auras. You feel the face spider like your pocket is jostling as if something's hitting it, but eventually it stops moving and you can feel its presence leave.
This is so freaky.
How big is the spider?
How big was the spider?
The spider was much larger than you. Its leg span is about this. Since you're all lined up, it was about the same length. Its legs spread out, and its normal standing position was about as wide as all of you in the line. It was tall. It was slightly higher than you from its back to your head, and it's a pretty fat creature. So it's quite large.
It's very, very big. It really doesn't like this gem. It wanted to break it. So I'm gonna put it away for a second.
Surprised they are not actually that dumb.
They're quite smart.
Well, how do we see them now, though?
I don't know, but I'm afraid if I pull this out again, they might break it, and we won't be able to see them at all.
Well, if they can see that gem on the ethereal plane, wouldn't they be able to see it even if you put it away?
I'm hoping not.
We need to find some way to be able to hit them on their own terms.
Bring them out. I don't have much.
Are we gonna worry about the dogs first?
Well, I mean, not when a giant, like 5-foot spider's in the room.
That would be strategically not really wise, would it? I mean, start a fight with 4 dogs and then, like, worry about, like, an invisible spider.
But at least we gonna bait it to get forward. Then they think they're gonna ambush us, but we gonna ambush it.
The dogs don't seem to be aggressive, not like these spiders.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps if we can give them some food or entertain them a little bit, they won't be bothered too much with us.
I've got a couple rations.
All right.
I don't mind.
So
You guys want to try and tame them in a way?
It sounds like they already had one tamed. In theory, it's doable. Whether or not we can, that's another story.
Well, I mean, the whole point is he doesn't want these things getting out. The spiders, I can see why. But these dogs, I don't really see too much harm in them. But granted, they are not normal. You know, you don't have dogs teleporting out of existence every single day.
I don't know. I'm not that good with animals.
Yeah, no, neither am I. Actually, I'm not half. No, I'm okay.
So, as you guys are talking and strategizing, you hear barking in the other room. Arr, arr. Arr, arr, arr.
Does it sound like a dog or somebody trying to be a dog?
He's doing his best, okay? My dogs think it's cool.
You're doing great.
So, no, you can roll me insight if you want.
Well, because that's how the guy said they
Yeah.
communicated, by barking at each other. I have no
14.
idea, though.
I can roll inside. But I don't think they're gonna work. No, 7.
Nope, it sounds like one of the dogs is barking, maybe for help.
Oh, we need to rescue him, guys.
Okay, Mister, go that way then.
Okay. So you guys go into this. You guys go into the last room. The blink dogs, again, they don't seem to do anything to you. And the other. And you enter the last room. Inside, you hear the barking continue.
We only hear it, but we don't see it.
There's like hay in the way. There's a bunch of round bales that are kind of just loosely tied together, and you can hear the barking in between a set of them.
Okay, I'll pull out the gem for a second and I'll just do a quick scan of the room.
If you're moving forward, I'll just like really flank you. I don't want you to be hit by a crossfire. So, I'll move forward with you.
Okay, I'll have all of you. Since you're looking through the gem, I'll have you roll perception.
Perception. Oh yeah, 19 plus 1, dirty 20.
That's good. So, you're listening carefully, and you pull the gem up, and you're looking around, and behind the barking, you hear this whimpering. And the whimpering seems to be on the ground level, where you guys can hear, where it sounds like something is in between the bales, but the barking is actually coming from the roof. And when you look up, you see what looks like this elongated phase spider. It's a little skinnier than the others. However, you see that underneath, it's where its fangs are supposed to be. It actually has a maw, and it seems to be barking.
Is it wearing a collar?
No.
Okay. I'm like, oh no.
That's awesome.
Okay,
But
then
if
it's
you're
the one
trying to-
behind the hay.
But as you're looking through it, it starts looking over to you.
Oh shit,
And
putting it away, putting it away.
The creepy part is, it doesn't have spider eyes. It has dog eyes.
It has dog eyes. Oh no. I'm
So there's
putting it away.
Dog eyes just looking at you.
I'm looking
And
at
it
it away.
looks at you, and it just barf.
I put it away. I'm sorry.
Barf.
Okay. Really fucking crazy thing up there on the ceiling. It's like a dog and a spider. It was quite terrifying. There's something behind that bale right there.
So
There must-
the three of you can hear the barking, and
That must be the new breed they were talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that barking's coming from that in the ceiling, but there is a whimpering coming from there. So if one of you guys want to go first.
I'll go. Just Val, just make sure to keep an eye out. Don't know how much that'll help.
Will do.
As much as you can.
So Caleb will go pretty slowly, sort of like around the corner to the source of the barking.
so you start walking towards the source of the barking.
Oh, I mean the whimpering behind the hay bale.
Yeah, the whimpering. Sorry.
Yeah, the whimpering. For everyone else, the barking sounds like it's coming from there. You
Oh.
can only hear the whimpering in the ethereal plane.
Oh wait, so it's coming from the big creepy thing, or I thought there were two separate things.
They're two separate things.
Oh, okay then. Wait. Okay, so the barking is the creepy spider dog.
Yes.
Okay, and then there's a separate thing.
On the ground. On
the ground.
level. Yeah. That's whimpering.
Okay, we go
So-
to that one.
The three of you Well, so Caleb, you go in between the bales. There's nothing there.
Okay.
But you do hear this hear this barking that should by all means be there.
Give me a second. Excuse me. Pardon me. Okay, thank you. Just really sneakily just pull out the gem so the big thing doesn't see.
Okay. You're looking into the corner then?
Yeah.
So you're looking into the corner, and inside the corner, you see this badly injured blink dog just kind of wrapped up in this cocoon of webbing.
Oh no.
And it's as soon as it sees you, it starts barking at you.
Ooh, I want to pet it, but I can't.
Oliver, what did you see?
Roll me an insight.
That might be the color dog.
Yeah, it's the only thing its head is that's sticking out is its head, and there's this collar.
17 insight.
You get the sense that it has it's trying to warn you of danger. Like
Yeah.
it's very urgent.
We know, boy. We know. I saw it. Just gonna check behind me for a second and then turn right back. See if it's moving.
Okay. You look up, and it's watching you,
Okay.
and it's
I'll go
stopped
back.
barking.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know how to do this. You guys.
What is it?
It's the dog with the collar. It's wrapped up in webbing. It's very hurt. I don't know how to get it out.
Be right back.
And there's a thing watching, which I'm assuming is the thing that wrapped it up.
Do any of your spells, will any of those work on those webs?
I mean, they will, but I'm not going to do much against these things alone. Like,
No.
I could probably cut it with something I have.
Maybe if we can get the pup out of harm's way, it'll keep the other dogs from coming in, and then we can just have to find a way to deal with this spider.
If my spells can do something, I can try and cut through it. It's worth a shot.
Can we not cut through the webbings like where we think that they are? Or is that not going to work?
Nope. And
No,
I'll
they're not invisible. They're on another plane.
I'll
out of
just
character.
wave my hand on it where the web is, and I'm just like, it's nothing. Now, if I
Yeah.
put the gem in it, that's a different story.
Yeah, it's just she would not really know because the serial plane. What?
Yeah, that's weird. No, we're all learning.
Yeah.
Who's the biggest person in the party?
Caleb, pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
In
You
terms of
probably
How tall is
Either
Miss?
Mr. or Caleb.
misses in the chest too, but he's very wide because he's like a lion build.
Ha! Mr. as tall as Val. Ha!
how
I'm
much do
just
you
here,
weigh?
5'10".
Height doesn't matter. How much do you two weigh?
I put 130 kilos.
Kilos. Oh God. Kilos. Conversion.
That would be 260. It's about twice as much.
It's like twice my weight.
Well, I'm not talking about with armor.
Okay. Well then,
I
So
don't
how
have
much does
armor.
Caleb weigh?
Let me just. So, like 200 something.
Is it gonna be less than 260?
It'd probably be close to that.
I'll ask
'Cause it's-
again. Is it gonna be less than 260?
Basically, do you want to get bit right now?
It'll be 261.
You do.
Mhm.
All right. That's probably a terrible mistake.
I don't know. I'm not good with weights, but I looked up like ideal weights for it or whatever, and it was like between 205 and 253, something like that. And he's very muscular, so
Hey guys, watch your back.
So
Yeah.
ripped.
yeah.
Look at them abs, though.
So, you guys are talking.
I don't know what to do. Could probably cut through this web with something I have, but I'm not guaranteed it's gonna work.
Can you not use your magic to?
It's with my magic.
Mhm. Well, maybe you should give it a shot.
Good. You guys all down for it?
We'll protect you if we can.
Okay. So guiding myself with the gem, I'm gonna cast a spiritual weapon, and I'm gonna make it a dagger.
Yep.
And I'm just gonna try and I'm just gonna try and cut through this web without hurting the dog.
Okay. So, what cantrip are you going to use?
No, I was using spiritual weapon. I wasn't gonna use a cantrip.
Oh,
I was gonna actually cut through the web.
all right. Roll damage.
Seven force damage.
Okay, you cut through some of the webbing, but it's still stuck inside.
All right, I'll move it around to the other side, and I'll cut that side.
Okay, just roll damage.
There we go. That's better. 12.
All right, you slice through the webbing and the blink dog. You pull you use your spiritual weapon to kind of shove out the spider webs, and the blink dog, with what little strength it has left, pushes itself out, but it's still barking at you.
There you go, bud. Okay, now time to see what the hell you're barking at, and I'm just gonna turn around.
All right, you turn around and you notice it's making a web.
Oh no, guys, we should move.
Where to?
Wow.
I don't know. Away. I don't know. I have too much power, guys. I'm not good at shot calling.
So
What is
you're-
the spider doing?
Making a web.
All right, Mist, make me a charisma save.
Oh,
Ruh-roh.
fuck.
This, as you're kind of watching this blink spider.
Ooh. 19 plus 1.
Yeah.
You just see this ethereal web kind of land through him, but it doesn't do anything. And you see the spider's making another one.
Do I hit it, guys?
I don't know what it's doing, but I have a feeling it ain't good.
It's making webs, and it doesn't seem like it's good. It almost got missed with that one.
If you hit it, you'll become a target, though.
If you guys back me in the corner, I won't. And I'll
Alright.
just try and be with the dog. Be like, here, have a ration.
The dog, you throw a ration to the dog, but it's in the material plane, so it can't eat it.
Just poof back, dude. Just
Oh,
poof
that's-
back.
It can't.
Oh,
Blink
I
dogs don't have the ability to jaunt.
don't know your life. I'm sorry.
He's like trying to bite it, and he can't.
Oh, I'm
That's
sorry.
even more horrible. Like, here's food that you technically could eat, but fuck you.
Well,
No.
it'll keep him in the corner. Okay, guys, just protect me.
Well, where is it? Where's the spider at?
Right in front of Mist.
But we can't hit it now, can
I
we?
don't know what to do, guys. You guys want to see? Oh wait, you're not attuned to it. Fuck. This is horrible.
Miss a point, and when he done a point, he gonna try to hit where he pointed.
Yeah, I'm just gonna direct you, just like right there, swing there.
Okay. I don't know how you're going to jump 20 feet in the air.
Oh, it's in the air. Thought it
It's
was
on
in
the
front of him.
ceiling.
Oh, I thought it was in front of him because it did the web.
Mist
No, it's
can
above
jump
it.
really high.
It's just jumping.
I can
It's just
climb
dropping
too.
down.
So
Okay.
you pointing at the ceiling, and Miss gonna try to jump up and jumping, climbing, thing, and try to attack the place he.
But you can't be on the ceiling, right? With climbing speed, like on the ceiling, you would fall down.
That's
'Cause
probably
gravity
some.
Still
That's
affects.
probably something to hold up the roof, right? Some wood, right?
Oh yeah, it's a barn.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're climbing up there, and you attack where he says so. It's kind of futile. You swing, you hit the air.
I don't know. What are you doing? Is yours here?
Yes, I'm sure it's there. It's
But-
right there.
But didn't we say we can't really hit it when it's like in this other plane?
No, we just gotta make it pop out. I don't know how though. Like, there's no point if it can attack us in the plane that it's already in. I don't know, guys. I don't know.
Okay.
I can hit it, is what I can do.
Do it.
I'm gonna hit it.
Okay. At the
Go,
same
spiritual
time-
weapon. I choose you.
At the same time, Mist, roll me a charisma save.
Let me see. Let me see. Yay! 4.
Okay. So the spiritual weapon is flying up. It can make its attack roll.
Good job. Oh, wow. 19 plus 7.
That'll hit.
Alright. 11. Force damage. Good job.
Okay. You hit it, and it stumbles as it catches Mist in this ethereal net.
Oh no.
And you notice the other two will notice that it just suddenly disappears. Like Mist just disappears.
Crap.
And you're watching, and in the ethereal plane, Mist was just this like kind of foggy entity, but then he suddenly becomes very clear, and he is now stuck in this web.
Can Miss see it now?
Oh, Mist can definitely see it now, and it starts barking at him.
Hey, Miss, there you go.
Told you it was
Problem
there.
solved.
Told you.
All right,
Yep.
so
Figure that out.
we'll start initiative.
Okay.
So Caleb, you can't really do much, but you see him disappear.
Oliver, did
Uh.
Mist?
He's okay. I mean, for how long? I don't know.
Ugh,
He's caught in a web, and he's in the ethereal plane right now.
Do I still I'm still up in the on the ceiling in the rep?
Yeah.
Oh fuck. Oh dear.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, Caleb. I don't know.
well, this is turning out to be a lot more complicated than I thought.
I say your best option is to follow Mist and get trapped too.
What?
I don't know. That's the only way you can see it.
All right, I
Or
trust
Mist
you,
makes it
Oliver.
really angry and escapes, and it wants to still kill him.
So
Alright.
the blink dogs and the phase spiders aren't going to take interest in what's going on in this room.
Just like fuck
So,
off.
Mist, you're stuck
Yeah.
in this webbing, and you are kind of looking around through it. It's hard to see through, but you notice that everything is kind of just this dark color. Like the barn is it's not real darkness, but everything is colored darkly.
Ah, okay.
And
Yes,
you
I have
see
the sunglasses
everyone.
on.
You see everyone, but it's like they're it's like they're ghosts almost.
Hmm.
The only thing that you can see clearly in this place is the blink spider, the webbing that is actually just everywhere in this room, and that you're kind of stuck against, and Oliver's gem and eye peering through it.
What about the dog?
You can't see him because he's in the hay.
Okay, okay. I will probably try to get out of the weapon. Can I do
Okay.
that?
Yeah.
Is that a strength?
Yeah, it's a strength check now.
Do I want to go into rage first? If I burst out, do I fall down?
I'll make you do an acrobatics check.
Okay, I go into rage then, so I have advantage. Oh, nat 20 right there. That is 32.
Yeah, you break out.
And do I have an action or no? That was my action, right?
Yeah, that's your action to break out.
I'm just gonna let me fall down, so I take some damage and don't lose my rate.
Okay. So, Val, you're standing there, and you hear echoes of sounds like something landing nearby, but you don't see anything.
Oh, he's still there.
So she'll squint her eyes, look like around kind of where those noises came from, but she soon realizes that she will not find anything and that it must have been on this other plane. And she'll exhale deeply and switch, like put her great axe on her back and switch to like 2 hand axes that she'll hold in her hand. If you let me do that for bonus and item interaction, and then she'll hold her action to throw her hand axes whenever like something or someone becomes visible.
Okay.
And she's just gonna move as to where she's close to Oliver. That's basically her objective.
Okay. Oh, puppy, no.
Poppy, yes.
All
Live your
right.
dreams, Poppy.
So, Mist, you drop to the ground, and it lets out a cackle, and like a hyena almost. Okay, stop.
Do you take any damage?
You take 2d6. So,
I don't roll that. 5, 10.5 because I'm in rage.
Yep.
So 2 damage.
so you land on the ground, and you are, as you're looking up, you see this kind of yellow shimmer appear in front of you, and you notice that the blink spider has teleported in front of you,
Oh,
and it
fuck.
lunges at you. A 23 going to hit.
Yes.
So make me a con save.
Ah, that That should be no problem. 23.
Okay.
And then
So you take 5
Bless your
piercing,
soul.
already rounded down.
Okay. Do we do poison?
Oh yeah.
I'm resistant to poison also. And to not get the poison effect because of my belt.
Of dwarven kind?
Yep.
I don't think belt negates poison.
It gives you resistance against poison damage. Oh my god, fire. Let me see.
it says you have advantage on saving throws against poison, and you have resistance against poison damage. But I think you can still be poisoned, like get the condition.
Okay. Yep. Cool.
All right. So you take 7 points of poison damage as it bites you.
Yeah, and that is a roll already well halved, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And that's actually just going to be its turn. So Oliver.
All right. Spiritual weapons going down. Smacking it one more time.
Okay.
11 plus 18.
That'll hit.
All right. He takes shit. What's my spell modifier? He takes math 11 slashing.
All right. Well, it's force, but yeah.
Yeah. Forcing slash
So-
damage.
You hit it again, and it starts to get a little aggravated with you, and it's
Yeah, no, that's right. Come on, come here to where all these buff ass people are.
I don't
Just go-
think we can actually help you with that.
Just go with it. Go with it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna throw a frostbite.
okay.
Con save 15.
I'm just walking through my house.
Actually, Mist is more buff than all of us are combined, so
I agree.
maybe you should let it attack him.
Well, I mean, he's the only one who can attack, so.
Right.
It makes
only-
it.
Okay, that's it. And I go further in the corner.
So Caleb, what do you do? Caleb?
Sorry, I forgot I was muted. So Oliver told me to go on its plane in order to fight it. So I'm essentially going to wait until I see that spider send out one of those webs and try to intercept it because I'm assuming it's going to go for Oliver. So
Okay.
I'll hold my action for that.
They aren't doing anything. Missed.
I don't know, try to move up and attack it.
Okay, it's adjacent to you, so that's a pretty easy thing to do.
Okay. Reckless. Yeah, fuck. I rolled a 2 and 4. Do 12 hit?
No.
Oh, sorry, I think I have plus 9, so a 13.
That'll miss.
Okay. And 20 to hit.
That'll hit.
Let me see. That was that is 10 plus 5, 15 slashing, magical, and 7 poison damage.
Okay, so it takes 15.
Immune to poison. Why do we fight everything that's immune to poison? Oh my god. Yep. That is.
It's a spider. It has poison itself, so.
Yeah, makes
Yeah,
sense.
but last time we fight ghost.
Yeah, well, how are you gonna poison a ghost?
Steel
Yeah.
King doesn't like poison.
I think in general, the most things have either immunity to poison, like it's the most immunity. Fire is the
Yeah.
most resistance, but I think or like if something's gonna have an immunity to a type of damage, it's usually poison.
And like
Yeah.
constructs and golems and stuff like that, like they don't even give a damn.
Yeah.
So maybe you should switch.
To acid or something like that.
Yeah, like acid.
Yeah.
or radiant would be good too.
Yeah.
I'm not a holy fighter, so. Yeah, that was my turn.
Val.
Can I make like some sort of check to see what tactically would be the best thing for me to do in this moment other than holding my action to hit it? Because
Praying.
praying? No.
Help me, Jesus.
Nope. Well, so positioning wise, I'm still like close to Oliver next to him, and Caleb is close to him as well, like kind of right in front of him. So we should be like one in front of him, one to the right of him. And where's Mist compared to us, to the
He's
trio?
in, like the middle of the room.
How far is he?
You can't
Like-
see him.
I know, but assuming where I heard the noise, because you said I heard the noise. So how far did it sound away from? At the end of the room or?
You couldn't make it out. It was an echo.
Okay. Well, she'll just continue to hold her action to throw the hand axe, and she will look to Oliver. Oliver, what should we do? I really don't know how to fight this.
I don't know. I mean, I'm doing all that I can. Mrs. fighting it right now. I don't know who's winning.
Well, that's basically her turn.
The spider. It looks up at the weapon, and it seems to be trailing something with its eyes. And then looks over to Oliver.
Oh, hey.
It's going to, quote unquote, blink on top of the bales above you. And it's gonna, you're kind of just looking up at it like, oh shit, and it's just salivating over you. Then it enters the material plane.
Found
Held
it!
action!
I
Held action.
found it!
Is a 14 gonna hit you?
I use my reaction cast shield.
Okay, so you two are standing around waiting for it to approach, and Oliver's like, ah!
Actual noise.
Accurate.
And you guys look behind you, and you just see this huge maw of spider fangs attached to what looks like a dog jaw, just kind of slam around Oliver, and his shield is just, its teeth are scraping against the shield as venom's just spurting around it. And then it pulls itself back and shakes itself away, and then hisses at all of you.
Can I get my held action?
No. Yeah, go ahead.
24 to hit.
Hey. Chuck that axe at it.
And that's gonna be 7 whatever hand axes do. I think slashing damage.
Okay. So you slash it and you cut one of its fangs, and it looks rather annoyed with you.
Yeah, fuck you, Fang.
And she'll take like the other hand axe in her hand, like growl at it, and that's like her reaction. Sorry.
Oliver.
I don't like being in melee with this thing.
Where to?
Disengage. Action.
Okay. So you run away from it.
Yeah. Can my spiritual weapon get to it?
I think it moves at 20 feet once it's summoned.
I believe so.
Yeah, 20.
No.
Damn. Okay, well, it's gonna start going.
Okay. So it gets to about 10 feet away from it.
Yeah, you should probably not run away from the people protecting you.
Well, I mean, I'll stay behind you guys. I'll stay behind you guys. I wanted to get out of melee.
All right. Caleb, this thing is now material, and it looks just as disgusting as Oliver had described it.
I thought you were gonna say it looks just as disgusting as Oliver. I'm like, oh man, that's mean.
That's so. Oliver's kind of hot with the 20 charisma. He's hot.
Yeah.
Oh man, sick
How do you
burn.
know the spider isn't hot? What the fuck?
Not hot. Spiders and dogs don't mix. They're
It's
both
just
hairy, but not in the same way.
It just flexes all its abs.
Oh,
Oh no.
no.
And you find the slobber quite attractive, actually.
Oh, no. Acrobatics check to slip out of those DMs.
All those legs have biceps for days.
Oh. Stop trying to slip into my DMs, Spider.
Fuck, I remember this monster. It was on my Tinder.
You didn't swipe right.
All right, so Caleb, what do you do?
I say, Torm, help us, and my eyes start to glow, and I get all ragey, and I swing at it with my great axe.
Yeah, get all ragey.
Roar.
Dirty 20 to hit.
Why do you guys roll so high all the time?
I don't. You know this. I don't actually roll that high all the time. That's 17 slashing and 3 radiant.
Ow. It's looking badly wounded now. It's starting to back away from you guys.
Fuck off, Spider.
All right. And it's your turn.
I have none people here, right?
Not that you can hit. So you're looking around and you don't see anyone. Well, you don't see anyone. You look to the one side of the room and you see a phase spider is kind of peeking in.
There's the dog still.
Yeah, but the dogs aren't in the ethereal plane.
No, the other dog in the web is in the ethereal plane.
Yeah, but he's in the hay.
Well, he could do something about that.
I don't know. Is that right? I don't know. I'm ready my sword thing and stand where I think the spider did that.
Okay.
That's probably what I do.
I think you're the
No.
only one with a magic weapon. So
Yeah. So can I hit it while now? Because I
you
can
can
see it?
try. No, you can't see it. Well, you can see it, but it's just this hazy blur.
I don't try to attack.
Okay, make your attack roll.
Reckless. 24.
Roll me percentage.
70.
That will miss.
Oh.
So you swing at it, and you feel like you should have hit it, but your blade just passes right through it.
Okay.
You guys do see this kind of like slice, kind of seemingly slashing through from another place, but nothing seems to come from it.
The other attack, 19 to hit? No, 20. 20 to hit, sorry.
All right, roll percentile.
Oh, stupid bullshit. What is that? That is 38.
That will miss. You were close though.
Oh, okay.
So you'll slash at it again, and the slash seems to be a lot stronger this time, and it makes the spider like kind of sit away from it, but it never actually comes through to this plane, and it just fades away.
Okay, that was my turn.
Val.
So the spider's still in front of her, right?
It hasn't had a turn yet.
Kill it.
Yeah, but it landed on top of the hay thing, right? So
Yes.
how far is it away from her?
You attacked it, so it's 5 feet away.
Yeah, well, I attacked it with a ranged attack, so.
Oh, you threw them?
Yeah, with a hand axe. I mean, I could have slashed it as well. I thought it landed like on top of the hay thing, which would make it like 10 feet away or something. Put it
No.
10 feet away. Okay, then I would still have my second hand axe. Cool. I thought it was like somewhere. Okay, she'll drop the hand axes and switch to her great axe again. I'm assuming that's a bonus action.
No, it's an item interaction. Dropping
Cool.
your axes is a free action.
Cool. So she'll switch over to that, and she'll actually, let's see. Well, she'll hit or attack with her great axe. That was on the corner, so I'll reroll. That's 19 to hit.
All right. That will do it.
Okay. And that's a 1 on the damage die, so I'm going to reroll. And that's a 10. That's way better. So 13 slashing damage with the great axe.
She has great weapon fighter for anyone.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. I'm not just rerolling damage.
I wouldn't. I don't like this one. I want something better.
Yeah, I figured you had that fighting style.
Yeah.
13. You hit it again, and it's looking really bad right now.
And I am going to action surge and hit it again with a 21.
Yes. Kill it.
And that's probably not going to do it. It's 8 slashing damage.
No, it's not. You're close, though. So you hit it again, and it's quivering.
Okay. Well, she tried to cleave like its fangs off or whatever it's trying to attack with. So, yeah, that would be what she's doing, and she would place herself since. Oh no, she's the only one within 5 feet of it, right?
No, Caleb's there.
Caleb as well. Okay. Well, that's basically all she does. Panting heavily.
Is a 20 gonna hit?
Me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, make me a con save.
12.
That will not be enough. You will take 4 points of piercing damage.
And I'm poisoned.
You'll take 29 points of poison damage.
And I'm down. I'm unconscious.
So, in this desperate lunge of violent intent, it lunges over her and just sticks her entire body in its maw. And you can just hear her getting squished inside as you see some of her like skin and body ripple as it's injecting poison into her. And it shakes her, and then but it didn't bite her the right way and couldn't swallow her, so it just regurgitates her out in this mess of green vial. And it just kind of eyes up Caleb. Its dog eyes tells you that it's scared, but the body tells you it's still it's willing to fight to the death. So since you hit 0, you are stable, so you don't have to roll.
But paralyzed. Yep.
Yeah, you're paralyzed for 1 hour, even after regaining hit points. So Caleb.
I think it's Oliver's turn before mine, isn't it?
Yeah, Oliver. So this thing's almost dead.
Shit. Okay, that was one turn done. Damn. Okay. Spiritual weapon. Oh, that's bad. Yeah, 15.
That'll miss.
Okay.
It'll just lift its legs up with great agility to dodge it.
Okay. Should I heal or should I attack? I'll just try and kill this thing.
I think if you heal me, I'm still gonna be paralyzed unless you get lesser restoration. So
Yeah.
don't worry about it.
I don't know that.
Well, okay.
I don't know your stability right now. You just got swallowed and then spit out.
Yeah, that's really nasty. She's like flexing on the ground, like spasming.
It's night out.
I'll just yell out, Caleb, I hope you can kill this thing, and I'm just gonna do a distant cure wounds at level 2.
Okay.
Okay. 6 and 8. Yeah. Okay, I rolled good though. 14 plus. Is it my spell attack or just my spell mod?
It's just your spell mod.
Okay. You heal 19. Then roll an 8 and a 6.
Oh, thank you. And she's like
So-
opening up her eyes, but still spasming on the ground.
Yeah, it's basically a waking nightmare. You
It's
wake up
horrible.
and you can't move,
Sorry.
barely a muscle, and it's just basically you're entirely helpless at this point. Boom, 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 boom. Caleb.
All right. Seeing Val go down, he's just gonna be like, Val, and recklessly attack this crazy spider thing.
So fucking close to dying. God damn it.
Does an 18 hit?
Yes.
The suspense. What the fuck?
Okay.
How do you kill it?
Yay!
Add
With
2 hit points left.
Oh, thank God.
the combination of 16 slashing damage and 8 radiant damage, He's just going like you'll see like the light sort of from his eyes sort of travel down his right arm and into his axe and just glow on the blade as he just slams it right in the center of this thing's head.
So you hit it in the head and its eyes like go like foggy, and its body instinctively on its own just starts lunging towards you, trying to bite you, but can never gain enough force to actually bite you. And then it just goes limp and just kind of slides into that crevice where you found the ethereal blink dog.
Val, are you okay?
It's obvious that she's conscious, but her body is stiff.
And she's like in a lot of pain. Like her eyes, like she can still move her eyes, right?
Yeah.
They're like fucking darting around, and they're like, I think if she can, I think they like paralyzed people can't cry. She would because of the pain, since she's poisoned and paralyzed, so she can't even do anything about it. So like 1 or 2 tears are dripping down from the pain that her body has to withstand now.
Yeah, I don't have anything. I can close her wounds a bit more. That's all I can do.
What's wrong with her? What's happened? Why is she not moving?
Just make a medicine check. I don't know.
Poor Mist.
Oh shit! You're still in the material. 13 medicine check.
She's definitely poisoned. You believe it's what's causing the paralyzed too.
Yeah, it's a whole slew of things, but it's coming from that venom and that poison.
Yeah, there's no question about it. The poison is just, it missed like half of it, and poison is just all over her body.
Yeah, and so he'll turn around as he's looking around, just seeing anything else, and he's just like, Caleb, where's Mist?
Mist, shit, has he not come back?
Nope. Okay, I'm gonna pull out the gem. Gonna look around the room.
I don't know. I guess. So Mist, you're in this ethereal plane, and you don't see the hazy body of the spider anymore.
Ah.
So now you're just standing there, and the only thing you can really see clearly is what you believe is Oliver looking at you through the gem.
Mist on a runner tries to jump into the gym.
Oh gosh, what the fuck? That's so terrifying. Pulls out gem, sees giant lion running towards him. It's like, oh, fuck.
Yep, I'm outie.
So, yeah, he just kind of dives into your gem and he shoves it into your face a bit.
Oh my god.
But you stumble back, but it doesn't knock you over.
Yeah, miss. Stop. You're not helping. Okay. This is a predicament. How do we get you back here? I have no fucking idea. Oh no, this is quite the pickle. Shit. Okay. Crap. I don't know. Caleb! I got nothing.
We need to get Valerie out of here.
Yeah, agreed.
It's a priority. We've still got blink dogs. We've still got phase spiders. She can't be in here if she cannot move. Mist, I've never been to the ethereal plane, and I have no idea how one would go about getting out. I'm not.
Can you hear us?
I don't know.
You can just hear these like loud echoes of them.
Are you okay?
Hey, hey.
Yeah. Finn Mist gonna sit down and do a ritual of speed to animals.
Okay.
So maybe I should talk to the dog and to help me.
It actually doesn't. They're not beasts.
Are they not animals?
Nope.
Fuck. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna take out my healer's kit anyways, and I'm gonna close up any other wounds that Val has. Because that's really all I can do.
Roll me medicine.
I was just gonna use my healer feat.
Okay, that works too.
I think they're gonna go to the next room then. Or free the dog. I don't know.
Well, the dog's freed already.
Okay.
He's pretty wounded. He can walk, but you think if he gets hit badly, he'll probably die.
Okay. Do the dog is that threatened by me or
He's too injured to really be frightened by anything at this point.
okay?
He barks at you.
I have some resin. I defeat him.
Okay.
And I go to the next room.
No, he keeps barking at you, and the closer you go to the other room, he barks faster and louder.
I just go into the room.
All right. So this is gonna suck for you. So
Oh,
basically, you walk into the other room, and the three space spiders are looking down at you.
Walk back out.
Sorry, guys. Run party.
I'm gonna turn around and whistle and go back.
My bad.
Wait, this isn't the
wrong
bathroom?
So he starts barking at you. Arf, 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 arf.
Does his collar have a name?
You
The
can't
dog?
see his collar.
Okay,
There's a
fine.
gun.
Sorry, I'm trying to make more RP.
He's
I've
circling
done it.
around trying to get your attention.
I gotta try to bite at it. Because I'm annoyed at it.
Bite?
Okay.
No, bark.
Oh. I'm like, why are you biting a dog?
Okay, you start barking at it, and it starts kind of walking backwards and trying to like hop towards the end of the room. Because you guys are kind of in the middle of the room. He starts walking to the end of it.
So, tell you inside about the want me to follow it or not?
I think it's obvious that it wants your attention. Like,
Okay, I'm gonna follow it.
okay, so you follow him, and you see this badly wounded farmstead. He's wearing this rancher's outfit. He's wearing some strange stuff. You assume magical items. But he's badly injured, but still alive. He's also seemingly stuck in the ethereal plane.
I'm gonna kneel down and give him do he look tough? Or is he just a level 1 thing?
He looks tough enough.
I'm gonna give him a trailer heal boost and then. Just to help him out.
Roll a see how much he heals.
Yeah. It's D4, right? 44.
44 plus 4.
5, 6, 8, 12.
All right, so he drinks the potion and he says, "Thank you, partner. I was in a bit of a bind there."
Yeah.
He gets up. He's a pretty buff-looking human. You see, he's got some sort of whip on them.
Nice whip. Do you have any way to get back to the normal plane?
He says, I don't know about that. I've never been here before. I didn't think that this is entirely unexpected. However, I think I know how to get out of here, but we're gonna need some help, or else. And if we can't find any, then we're gonna have a very painful death, I imagine.
Ah, great.
He says we need to get to the priests, the high priests in Loxy. I heard they moved in there with that Uther fella.
Yeah, that's true.
I think they're strong enough to get us out of here. But if we can't communicate with them, we're gonna die here.
That's fucking sucked.
He says, you know anyone that can see us here?
Yeah, I have a few comrades that's not in this plane, and the one have a dream of seeing. So
Well, hot damn. We might just get out here alive after all.
yeah,
He says, I'll follow you. This whip will keep the face spiders away from us. Did you kill that big nasty fucker?
I didn't personally kill it, but I finished it.
Ah, well. Torn bless you. But we're gonna need to talk to them. I think with that one dead, I can keep the other ones in here and get back to my job.
Okay, so the merchant or the guy say we just need to kill all, but you don't want to kill them. You just want to kill the big one.
Though with the big one dead, he was the one that kind of organized all this. He's smart like the Blink Dogs are, and the Blink Dogs are fun, but I don't know whose smart idea it was to breed them together.
Okay, so the Blink Dogs is not any threat to us either.
I wouldn't go say that. They'll kill you if they think they can do it, but they ain't strong creatures.
Okay.
It's the phase spiders that you gotta worry about, but they kind of have their own way of sensing strength and such.
Okay. So let's go and try to contact my friend then.
Okay. So, did you roll for that healer, Pete?
Yeah. She healed 13 hit points.
Okay. So, you're standing there looking through the gem. Mist walked away, but he comes back with somebody else, and you can see the Blink Dog and some sort of rancher coming around the corner.
Oh, Mist has a friend. Hi, sir. I'm Oliver.
You can see them trying to talk to you, but you can't hear them.
Miss gonna open his bag of holding and take gold coins out and write in on the floor that need to get back to Luxy.
Okay, that's gonna take a really long time. So the guy just does simple hand language.
Okay.
So he'll point to you, Oliver.
I spell Luxy. I'm just spelling Luxy then.
Okay, so you're watching him put gold coins on the ground, and it just says Loxy.
Hey, Caleb.
I think we need to go back.
What's going on? You
Look at the
trying
floor.
to tell you something?
Yeah, look at the floor.
Can I see it, or is that just in the
No.
ethereal plane that he's dropping stuff?
Oh, it's in the ethereal plane.
Oh,
The floor just looks dirty, Oliver. Is this
I'm
a joke?
sorry.
Is this some kind of sick joke?
Look at the floor. There's just a big pile of crap.
I rather
Shit.
feel like this is not the time for jokes.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, sorry. Ethereal plane. My bad. We gotta go back to Loxy. I don't know. Maybe someone can fix it there.
And Mist gonna kneel down and do brain hands.
Pray. Can I insight that? I
This
don't
is
know
charades.
if
I mean, yeah, it's a pretty simple insight check.
Pray.
Right. It's
Natural one. No way. Oh my god.
I don't know. Clap your hands.
On your roll.
A one.
House? I don't know.
I rolled a one.
He's begging us
A
to
two
go
in
there.
total. A two in total.
It looks like begging though. Like,
Are you
Begging.
begging? You really want to get out of there? I'm working on it, man. I'm working on it.
right?
What in Loxy, dude? A house? There's lots of houses in Loxy.
Oliver, what is going on?
Mist is trying to tell me something. He has a friend.
The rancher's like, oh, wait a minute. I got something. Maybe he'll get. And he'll pull out a symbol of Shanti. And he's like, he hands it. He shows it to you.
Oh, hey, I know that one. Okay, I guess we need to find someone who worships Shanti?
Shanti. Like a priest?
Yeah. Oh. That hand motion makes sense now. Okay. Let's get Val out of here.
All right, Oliver, you keep your eye out. I'll carry Val. Just know that I won't be able to axe anything, so you're on point.
Oh, God. This is not a good idea.
If you'd prefer, you can carry her.
I could try. I've got average ass strength.
Do plus yet?
I
Join
got a
us?
+0.
Well, with armor, she weighs 210 pounds.
Okay, we're gonna. You take her, Caleb.
So,
I'll be the muscle.
just to kind of quicken the pace.
Did my lion come with
I'll
us?
get her axes.
No, she's not going in the barn.
No, but outside, so see to tell her.
Yeah, she can be out there. The guy's used to phase spiders and blink dogs. I don't think a typical lioness is gonna bother him. So you guys are walking through the room with the phase spiders, and Oliver, you can see that they are anticipating your approach.
Shit.
And they see you, and they kind of like, you can see them like kind of getting ready, and then they see Val, and they're like salivating. And they're
Fuck.
like, "Ah."
Caleb.
Then Mist and the rancher come around the corner, and they brace themselves because it's like a lion is down there, and then they see the rancher, and they're like, oh.
The rancher.
And you just see them pull out this whip, and they know what the fuck that is, and they start scuttling away. You don't miss. All you hear him say, "What'd I tell you about being on the walls? God damn it!"
Best pets ever.
And he just cracks.
Get off the couch.
He just cracks the whip. And you can't hear anything, Oliver, but Mist can hear it. And the dog's barking relentlessly at them.
I'm so
So
confused.
you see them leave, and the blink dogs are just kind of just jumping around. They're not gonna fight you guys. I mean, they're kind of looking at Val like, we could probably take a leg. But
Fuck off, dog.
yeah, they kind of seen what you did to the new breeds. They're like, nope,
I'll mind my own business, yeah.
and they just continue playing.
Aw.
Oh, is this my tail? Oh, wow.
Continues to bite.
And so you guys get to the exit of the barn, and the businessman's out there like, I heard a lot of violence in there.
We'll just
Hey,
come
you
out,
alive?
bring our freaking paralyzed friend, missing one friend. Oh yeah, the 3 knocks. I'll knock 3 times.
Oh, good. It's so good to know that you're alive. And he lifts the bar up and opens the one door. And he sees you and he's like, come out, come out. And then, of course, Oliver, you come out. Then he looks past you and he's like, oh my. And he closes the door behind. And Mist and the rancher and the blink dog, the collared blink dog, got out. Just
They
in
got
time the
Okay,
door
cool.
closes. And to Mist and the rancher and the blink dog, you notice that the walls have this blue glow to them, and when he closes the door, the door seems to emit this energy, and you touch it, and unlike everything else where it feels kind of rough and bumpy, like the wall and the door feel smooth, like it's supposed to be there.
Nice.
I'll go to Mr. Businessman. I'll just say, well, a couple things happened. We found your experiment. That wasn't fun. We killed it.
Oh, and what about all the others? Are they still okay, or
Are
are you okay?
She's not okay. So we're probably going to try and find a doctor or a cleric.
Ah, yes, the high priests have moved into Loxy, I heard.
Mm-hmm.
They should be able to help.
Where we're going next. Also, we had our friend got sucked into some other plane by this freaky experiment. And apparently there is someone else with him, a rancher. I think this is your farmstead that you're looking.
He's alive.
Yeah.
He really is.
He's
Oh.
alive and he's somewhere here.
So you just kind of, he's standing nearby, and the rancher's just kind of laughing and shaking his head. And he says, oh, I have to give him a raise. I have to give him his own house like I said I would. I've always been putting it off because he's just been living here for like a year now. It's always so busy here.
Well,
I think
yeah,
those are conversations that can wait for another time.
yeah,
We need a wagon or something to transport our friend, and we need to get out of here into Loxy.
we need to go.
Oh, yes. I have a coach that I usually take to Utan, but I can take it to Loxy. I mean, there's no roads to Loxy yet, but I mean, I think it's worth it.
We need to go. Yeah.
So he gets into his coach and he says, my driver isn't here, unfortunately, so I'll drive. And he kind of is like a little too big to be on the driver's little bench, but he fits himself on there. And
I'm just gonna wait till Miss and the rancher get on.
yeah, so the 3 of them jump in, and you guys can essentially share spaces.
Oh, he's in me.
Do we travel faster because I'm in the dimension plane, or?
No, because you can't physically help them.
Okay.
So it takes you a full day because the driver, the businessman, he doesn't he doesn't know how to navigate the hills very well. And to be honest, neither does any of you. So it takes him definitely a lot longer to get to Loxy. You get there in the afternoon, next day afternoon.
I'm assuming
And
Val is unpoisoned by that point.
she's unpoisoned in an hour of the ride.
Oh, okay. I
Val,
thought
you're
that was
alive!
And when the poison wears off, the paralyzation wears off as well, right?
No, I'm kidding. Yeah, it does.
You are paralyzed forever.
Right, it
NPC your character now.
No.
I would say that you still feel kind of cloudy, but yeah, actually, I'm gonna say that you, even when the poison's ended, you feel really cloudy and you're dizzy. It's hard
Well,
for you to concentrate.
even after an hour sustaining just poison and not being able to move, I think you would just be like really, really groggy afterwards and just give in to not being in pain anymore. And she'll just, I don't know if there's any space on the card. She'll just lean over and probably just fall asleep kind of immediately once it's gone, when she can't actually move again.
Okay. So next day, you guys arrive at the church. It's still undergoing construction, but the main area is repaired. And you bring yourselves into the church, and the priests of Ilmater's like, "Ooh, this is interesting."
Hello
And
again.
he says, "You all look fine, except for you." And he points to Val, and he says, "Do you need some assistance?"
I don't feel so good. Yesterday was rough, and I sustained the effects from being poisoned. I think that's what it was, and I couldn't move for a really long time. So, if you have anything to make me feel slightly better,
She
that's
took a pretty
greatly
bad blow.
appreciated.
And he says, "Oh, yes, come this way, and I'll see what I can do."
Go follow.
And he'll take you to this small room, which is basically their healing wing until the actual healing wing is made. And he starts casting a variety of spells on you, some of which is just lesser restoration. One of them is in fact heal, and one of them is banishment. And you don't know why he cast banishment of all things. Not that you would know what most of these spells are. I
Not at
assume
all.
Oliver would be there. Oliver.
Yeah,
would
I'd
be
come.
there.
Yeah.
So you can tell that what these spells are. You've probably been around the Archmages long enough to figure out what they are. So the first two kind of make sense, but you don't know why he cast banishment.
Do you mind me asking why you cast that spell?
He says, "I felt that some of her was in another place, so I wanted to see if I could return it to where it belonged."
Well, can you do that with someone else in our party?
He says, "Most certainly."
You see,
Just
we have someone.
one at a time. One at a time.
Of course.
And he starts examining you, Sandra, or Val. God damn it. And Val, I want you to make me 3 saving throws.
Which ones?
I want you to make a charisma saving throw. I want to make you
Natural one.
Oh shit. I want you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
That's 19.
Okay, so you're good. You're good there. And I want you to make me a constitution saving throw.
14.
Okay. So the poison and the poison doesn't have any long-lasting effects on you, and you manage to hold yourself together well enough that you're not going to have any PTSD over it. Though There is going to be one condition I'm going to give you, and it's actually going to be a little more interesting. And it's not harmful, but it might be something that causes you panic from time to time. And essentially, you and the High Priest of Ilmater are standing there, and you feel it now that she seems displaced a little bit. Like it doesn't seem to be affecting her, but even after trying to return that piece to her, it seems to kind of just drift back. Every time, so here's the condition. Any time that your character becomes stressed, you will start seeing into the ethereal plane.
Ooh, cool.
Alternatively, actually, this isn't really alternatively, this is an also. Also, anytime you're blinded, you can see into the ethereal plane. This doesn't include when you close your eyes to go to sleep. This includes spells, poisons. It doesn't include any mundane effects like if somebody blindfolds you. It's more like you're stressed out and you're kind of getting exhausted from all the things you have to do. You'll blink and then you might just start seeing things as you would if you were in the ethereal plane, which makes things all hazy and dark.
And how do I determine when I'm stressed?
That's entirely up to you.
Oh,
the only other way that it trigger mechanically, on the other hand, it triggers anytime you're blinded.
Does that count for like magical darkness or anything, or is that something entirely different?
I would say mostly comes from spells like blindness, deafness, anything that specifically applies the blindness condition. I wouldn't say that things that are meant to restrain, like blinds, like putting a cover over your face, would do it. But I would say that if somebody threw something in your eyes, like sand or like acid, that would do it as well. That would do it too.
That sounds pretty stressful.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck, we got teleporting things. Shoves a bunch of sand in her eye.
Good thing I always have this job bird with me.
All right, we got teleporting things. Let's do this. Shoves a bunch of sand in her eyes.
That's how she got the nickname Sandy.
That's right. And do I get like a disadvantage on attacking or something since I can only like see ethereal plane wise and they're like shifty and ghostly?
No. When you see in the ethereal plane, it basically turns all material things invisible. You can't see them, or at least you can't see them very well. So it makes it pretty much impossible to interact with them normally. Though you will be able to see ethereal things clearly. So that also includes, like, if ghosts are in the ethereal plane, you'll see them. And other such things.
So she cannot attack then, since she basically cannot see them?
Well, they benefit from invisibility. So if you guess the square wrong, then you miss. But if you guess it right, then you just attack at disadvantage. So typical effects of invisibility.
No, I'm not talking about invisibility, but like if she saw like the ethereal plane, like, or had that vision for some reason, and there's like a thing that was attacking her like a minute ago, like a snake spraying acid in her eye, saying, can she still like attack back with disadvantage, or not at all, because that would still be on the material plane, right?
You're not shifting planes though. You just see into it.
Yeah, but I don't see very well anymore, right? Because they're all like shifty. That's my question. Because they.
That's why I said you referred to the rules of invisibility.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So you can see you don't really know where they are. You can attack back, but it's at disadvantage. If you guess the wrong square, then you miss.
Okay.
So it doesn't make you immune to blindness.
No.
Just made you to see some other stuff while you're blind. It's
Yeah.
probably yeah.
Well, and it gives me a little bit of chance to actually hit.
Yeah.
So the high priest, you, Oliver, and the high priest can kind of feel this difference. He says, I'm not sure why it's doing that, but it doesn't seem to want to return.
You feeling okay?
I'm feeling a lot better. This is. Oh, where's my axes?
Oh yeah, I've got him.
Thank
Pull
you.
him out of his bag.
Thank you. I wouldn't want to go back there just now, but something still feels a little bit odd. I can't tell. But I'm glad I can move again and my body doesn't feel that worn out anymore, so that's a good thing. And I'm imagining she was like laying on a bed or something, so she'll get up and start walking out. that was good. Where's everybody? Where's Mist?
Yeah, about that.
That's the
Oh,
other
I-
thing we have to take care of.
I heard it. Like I could hear still, but where is he? Like, is he on the other plane with this person?
Mhm.
Did you bring him back yet?
Nope, that's Plan B. Well, I mean that's our next step.
Thank you for carrying me, Caleb. I couldn't really walk myself. I would have. That's the
I know.
second time.
We take care of each other.
Yeah, we do.
All right, I'll turn over to the high priest and I'll just say, yeah, we've got a couple people in the ethereal plane right now that we kind of like back, and yeah.
All right. Bring them into this room. And you go back in there. And the other three follow. And unfortunately, he can't see them.
Well, I have this, and I pull out the gem. If you'd like to use it.
Sure. So he takes an hour to attune to it. And you unattune to it.
Mhm.
And he starts looking through it and he says, there they are. And he'll banish you guys back to your own plane. And the three of you, including the blink dog, will return.
Yay, Pape!
And the rancher's like, well, I'll be. We ain't gonna die of starvation.
Well, glad to see you're all okay.
And the high priest will give you back the gem.
Thank you. I'll give it back to Miss, because it's not mine.
Mister and just put it in a backpack.
Oh my. Are you okay? Like, was everything cool there? I mean, that's. You obviously found friends.
Yeah. Yeah,
The
you can find.
rancher's pretty badly hurt.
Oh, I should probably fix him. Yeah. I'll do that. I'll dump a second level cure wounds into him.
Okay, it doesn't really matter. Between you two, you heal him,
Ultimate heals.
and he's definitely feeling a lot better. He says, "Well, thank you kindly."
No problem. How did you get there in the ethereal plane? I'm assuming the same way that Mist did.
Yeah, I was wearing my goggles, mind my own business, and the whip is usually what keeps them away, and it does. I keep them off the walls with it, but that little new breed, he was smart. He knows it ain't gonna hurt him, so One day I was cleaning out the pens, cleaning out some of the carcasses, and he just jumped me. Next thing I knew, I was covered in this web. I managed to break out. Spider webs don't scare me. I've raised a few giant spiders in my time. But as soon as I put myself out of there, turns out he took my damn dog too. And I realized just how hurt I was after he dragged me away. And I got up, but he kept me in that room.
Any reason why a beast like that would have kept you alive? I'd have thought he'd want to kill the person who's oppressing him.
Well, probably because he picked up on that blink dog intelligence. They ain't dumb. Probably figured that he couldn't get out of here without me being alive, with me being dead, so he probably held on to me just in case somebody wanted to come in and look for me.
So he
Good
used
thing
you
my
as
boss
bait.
ain't dumb either. Sent someone capable.
Well, we had a hard time as well. It's really difficult slaying a beast that actually does not really exist on your plane of existence.
He says, trust me, I was just a giant spider tamer before this. And then they said, they spiders. And I'm like, well, better try something new. Then I have to worry about this magic mumbo jumbo. Good thing I didn't have to enchant any of this myself, or I'd probably been burned at the stake.
Could I check out some of the magic items that he's got? Just like see, like what he's got equipped on him. He's like goggles and like a whip.
Basically, goggles that let him see into the ethereal plane, and the other one is just an ethereal whip. Doesn't actually hurt anything in real life. That's why he carries two whips.
Interesting. So you guys are well prepped for this situation.
He says, well, not really. I only got a couple helping hands. They had their days off. Was my mistake, honestly. We have a couple of these back at the ranch, but I thought I could handle them by myself.
All right. Well, we're glad to see that you're okay, and gonna see the dog, and I'm gonna try and pet it.
Oh, this dog, Blink Dog, it's a little bloody, a little mangled, but between the healing, it's got just like patches of fur missing, but it's fine now.
I'm gonna pet him.
He just kind of leans into your hand and rubs into your leg.
I love dogs. All right.
The rancher will walk out, and the boss is like, I am so surprised that you're alive. Like, really, I thought you were dead. I didn't hear anything. I tried to call you on your sending stone. It didn't work. And I was just super nervous. And the rancher says, yeah, you know I don't ever carry that thing when I'm dealing with those spiders. But I'm going to head back, boss. He says, don't work right away. I still have, raises to give, and I need to pay these adventurers. And the rancher just walks away. The Blink Dog is like enjoying his time with you. But you see as the rancher's like walking away, like opening the door to the church to leave, the dog is like, arf! And he teleports over there and starts running after him.
Oh.
That's cute.
And the Blink Dog, this Blink Dog's like a little, like, just a little terrier.
No. I want him.
And the businessman's like, well, you saved my ranch. I was expecting you to just kill them all, but I mean, this turned out even better than before. Well, except my employers aren't going to be too happy about the new breed being killed. But hey, business is business, and sometimes you lose a few assets.
Yeah, no, try not to keep a very, very dangerous and newly created specimen in a farm.
Well, they were supposed to come pick it up, but I sent a messenger out, and I guess he didn't make it. Who knew? Steel Kingdom's a dangerous place. I mean, face spiders just walk around namelessly, regardless. I mean, have you seen some of the elephants out here? They're crazy sometimes.
No, I have not.
He says, but you've saved my farm, and I don't know how else I can repay you. Just name something. Can't deal in magic items, obviously, because I get them from someone else. But I have animals. I have money. I know people.
You said you had connections in Domia, right?
Yeah. I mean, the whole, I don't know, they talk about chaos magic thing and it doesn't really exist over there anymore, which is kind of a bummer. But I mean, I could put in a good word or something like that.
Maybe just let him know that Oliver says hi.
No, that's a strange request, but
Well, nah, just put in a good word for me.
okay.
We'll say.
I'll send it to one of the Archmages, yes.
Thanks.
Do we know, like, what is the Steel Kingdom sort of like thoughts on Domia? Like, are they like tense relations? Are they like really good friends? That kind of thing?
It's kind of like tensions are high. And just because, and it's mostly because they don't, like they have completely different viewpoints on magic, and that's what separates the two. Like they both believe, like Domia is a mercantile city that focuses on magic, while the Steel Kingdom is a militant country that almost abhors magic completely. Like only zealotry and clerics and faith is really allowed in the Steel Kingdom. And of course, out of necessity, they had archmages for each of the little towns, but they weren't nearly as strong as archmages in other cities.
Okay.
So the Steel Kingdom and Domia dislike each other, but they do occasionally do business because Domia is kind of in this packed space, and large beasts kind of inhabit the southern forests, while more extraordinary beasts and monsters roam the Steel Kingdoms.
In question, you said that Domia is no longer affected by chaos magic. I thought that was the whole thing that kind of brought their economy down.
I said it was.
Oh, I thought it was. Okay, I thought you said it wasn't.
I said the magic economy basically doesn't exist.
Oh, okay, that's okay. There we go. But yeah, okay, never mind.
So he's like, anything. You, not in person. Do you want anything?
What can you offer?
Well, I mean, I can offer animals. I can offer servants. I can offer money, jewels, treasure, art.
Like you can get that painting that you wanted.
But I already got it.
Oh.
Can you give me a sculptor and a painter?
Yeah, I know. I actually know a couple guys.
So they work for me all the time?
Well,
Oh.
I mean, I'll tell them where you are, and you can hire them out. But I mean, you know how artists are. They don't sit down in one place for too long.
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
just keep them. The one guy, if you keep him busy, he'll stay around for a long time. But the painter, on the other hand, he's kind of a wanderer.
Yeah, sure. Then we can make some painting our victory. Distressed. And maybe a statue.
He says, "It's your money, friend." And
Yeah, I don't know what else you could give me.
he says, "Oh, I don't know.
Can you enhance animals?
Well, no.
No.
And what kind of animals do you have?
Cows, horses. I do got one elephant, but the Steel Kingdom doesn't really appreciate that. But they allow it because I use it for a parade. That happens twice a year.
Just give me a sculpture and a painter, so we just try to get something art to my new home in the city.
Yeah. Where do you want me to send them? And you start pulling out scrolls, and he's kind of setting them down on this pew, so you can write on them.
Yeah. There's no building to live in right now, right?
I mean, it's almost done.
Is it?
Well, I
That's
mean,
my-
the building is almost done. There's not going to be any furniture in it, but
Oh. And if you just send a guy who made furniture too, it would be nice. This address, and I'm gonna point it down. And I'm gonna say to the other parliament members I have that they stay in my mansion as long as they're gonna stay in this town. So
Oh. I think you missed.
and maybe we can make a picture of you like you look like scared of the fucking spider.
I'm okay. Thank
Or
you
we
for
can
the
make you
offer.
like totally brave fighting the spider.
Sure. You know, we'll talk about that later.
so he's like mason, art, painter, and carpenters. Got it. So, you, lady, beautiful woman. What can I reward you with?
I would actually appreciate just your word that you will not crossbreed those animals anymore or not experiment with those. So just in order to keep the rest of the population safe, because that turned out to be really dangerous, and I'm really glad that we escaped or like could make it just by a hair.
I mean, my lord, I mean, business is business, and that's how I kind of make my money.
Well, you do seem to have like a large of a variety of animals, so maybe you can find different ways to entertain people with what you've got
no.
instead of crossing them.
No. That the stuff that happens in the barn, that is separate from all my other animals. Okay, they are locked tight. Like I said, they're well fed, they're well taken care of, and I mean, I'll make sure the messenger makes it this time. I swear. On Torm's powerful hand, I will make sure that messenger gets there. I'll get it security. I'll get him a coach. I'll rent out a boat. He's gonna get it there this time, and then I won't have to worry about it. Steel
So-
Kingdom won't have to worry about it.
About the crossbreeding. Are you, well, at least in our lands, I would like your word that you're not gonna bring crossbred creatures that you cannot control that turn out to be very dangerous.
Okay. I don't want to start a fight. I'm just saying it was under control. I could have left it in there, but I felt bad because my guy I thought he was dead. I only had you guys go in there because I thought he could be saved.
She'll take a quick look at Caleb and then back to him. Well, it doesn't sound like much control to me, but you gotta understand I'm just worried for the people here because the spider was able to like come back to this plane and switch back and forth. And maybe this time it was under control partially, but we don't know what's going to happen the next time. And I'm just asking you to maybe scale it a little bit back, at least in these whereabouts.
Nature is nature, but if you're worried, I'll talk to the Archmage and Domia, and I'll get better arrangements.
That would be great.
Okay. And you, Sir Caleb, congratulations.
Thank you, I suppose. Look, I don't need a heck of a lot either. I feel like I'm pretty blessed as of late, but just be careful who you do dealings with, and keep your eye out on your animals for sure.
Hey, speaking of good dealings, do I have an offer for you? I mean, you just saved my farm. Thank Torm. Thank Ilmater. Thank Shanti for the blessing that all of you have been here to help me today and yesterday and the day before. If you hadn't been here, I would have been sunk. But listen, I heard from a little bird that you're getting a manor in Raylan. Tell me I'm wrong.
It's just a humble abode.
Oh, well, I know that your little abode isn't going to stock itself. So I have a delicious offer. I know a lot of homeless people who are looking for a job and a place to stay. And your little abode is still in construction, if I remember correctly. So I send some guys your way to work for you for cheap enough. They become your servants. They start moving up in the social ladder. And to top it all off, I stock your farm for months. You're going to have delicious, fresh steaks and hamburger and ground beef forever. How does that sound?
I trust you haven't crossbred any of those animals.
Well, I mean, define crossbreed.
Val raises a brow.
Is a cow going to oink?
No.
Inside check his ass. Oh, 9.
I mean, how can you say no to that face?
Cows though.
I have a 19 on insight.
Okay, there we go.
Thank God.
It's definite. Like, he's not lying. He didn't crossbreed anyone. And of course, he's acting a little suspiciously, but you can tell that he's been kind of stressed out for the last few days, and you can tell he hasn't slept. So he's just thankful.
She lowers her brow again and then smiles a little bit. That seems like you don't want to eat crossbred animals either. So
he says, "Well, how in God's name am I gonna eat a steak that turns into a ghost? You can't. There's no business in that."
It's just over there breeding turduckens.
They're delicious.
Look, sir, how about we do it this way? You send us some good folk, and we'll look through them. I'm sure we can help a lot of people that way, and that's really what me and Val are about. And we can discuss later on the food and maybe take a look at it before we accept some of it.
Oh, well, if you don't want animals, I have some farms that just focus on plants. I can get you some carrots, some potatoes, make a good stew.
It sounds mighty helpful, sir.
All right. I'll get them over there right away. I'll have the seeds bagged, ready to plant. And we're still in season. We're gonna be in season soon. It's almost winter, but spring, that's when everything's gonna just fall in place for you. I promise, 100%.
Well, it'll definitely help.
Val nods.
Just in case if our paths crossed again, who might we call for? Yeah. Just
Oh wow. I go by a lot of names. One of them is usually that dirty fat bastard.
okay.
But my real name is. I'm gonna have to come up with a name now. Thanks.
Bruno.
I like Bruno.
Bruno Mars.
Oh, no.
Just
He ain't
Bruno.
that talented.
Bruce. Let's go with Bruce.
Bruce Lee.
Stop!
Ain't that
Stop!
athletic.
My name's fucking bullshit. What about Forrest?
Drama.
Karloff.
No, I was gonna say Forrest Gump.
Life is like a face spider. You never know
Just
which
never know
one
what you're gonna get.
I'm lazy, and we're gonna go with Bruce Lee.
Oh, I like Bruno.
Bruno
Seems
was
like a
awesome.
Bruno.
Yeah, the fat bastard Bruno.
His name's Bruno.
You guys can call him Bruno. You'll take it.
Okay.
He's like,
Is-
my name's Bruce Lee, but hey, if you want to call me Bruno, call me whatever you like.
Is
You
that what they
said-
call you in Domia as well? You said you had many names.
I don't know what they call me in there. They keep talking in some elven tongue. Probably best I don't ask.
Cool.
Well, if that is it for rewards, I would have a question regarding like the goods that you have as in to buy.
Oh, yes, of course.
Do you happen to have, and she'll like glance at Caleb in the back. Do you happen to have puppies?
Ooh, puppies. Well, depends. Do you want a blink dog puppy?
Oh no, just a normal puppy.
Of course
I
no one
would
wants a blink
really
dog
like
puppy.
to have a dog unless Caleb is allergic or anything.
Well, it kind of depends on what you want. Do you want a riding dog? Do you just want a dog that eats rats? Or do you just want a dog to lay around the house? I mean, I got lots of dogs. Of course,
I
not
mean-
on the same place.
I mean, if you're right with that, I would get a tiny puppy. Since
Tiny.
like she should kind of talk to Caleb since I don't know if he's allergic to dogs, then probably not.
Who the heck's allergic to dogs?
He just sort of like rubs the back of his neck and is like, I ain't never had a dog before.
Oh, it's gonna be
Oh
fun.
my god, you're gonna love it.
It's gonna be fun. Trust me.
We had this
it's gonna
basset
bring
hound. It was
some
great.
happiness. Yeah. So I think we'll just take an all regular dog, Poppy.
All right.
How much
all
do
right.
you ask for that?
Well, for you, I'll just send them with the servants.
I would really like to pay for this to not make it a reward.
Oh,
If
well,
you don't mind.
I mean, we gotta discuss breed and how much you, like, how good you want the dog to be.
Oh, the best of stuff, boys.
Such a good boy.
Now,
Such a good-
now I know you're just looking for a good boy, but I mean, do you want him to be the best boy? Like,
The best.
like he gonna go hunting with you, or do you just want him to be the best boy, as in he's your friend and he'll comfort you?
Maybe just like a dog to also take care of the house a little bit and be like a little like a companion, but I will
Comfort
not
dog.
yeah,
Yes,
I will
I
not
am.
take
Comfort
him
dog.
with us. Yeah, I will
Blank
not.
dog. Blank dog. Blank puppy.
I don't know about that.
They
She
are
looked at Caleb.
smart. They are smart. They know how to brew coffee. They know how to get the mail. They know how to dance.
Insight?
The brew coffee I'm skeptical about.
15?
he's just being a salesman. He might be exaggerating, but you know those dogs did show uncanny intelligence in there.
Has the dog in the house. Make me some coffee, damn it.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's
Espresso!
trying to upsell you, Valerie.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. This dog was really smart. The dog with the collar. And is the rancher still around?
No, they left.
Okay. Well, how much would you ask for like either?
All right. If you just want a regular dog, regular little puppy, I'll give you 5 gold. Like just 5 gold, and that will take care of any medicine he needs, and he'll be trained. Now, if you just want a puppy without training or medicine, then it's just 10 silver. So a gold. If you want a really nice breed that might be able to help you in maybe a thicket, house security, like a Mastiff, then that's going to be 50.
And that would be a blink dog.
No, dude, Mastiff is not a blink dog. But if you want a blink dog, that's 200. Because they don't come from anywhere else, and
I
they're
don't know.
well trained.
I think introducing. Oh well, you said face spiders were pretty common in these whereabouts. Would blink creatures be as well?
Blink dogs and face spiders are pretty common. Now, I am aware that there's another animal that can blink around. It's kind of big, kind of looks like a T-Rex, but it's got this weird triangle face going on there. I don't want anything to do with that.
Triceratops.
Oh,
They are kind of freaky. I don't remember their names.
blink.
I don't have enough for the blink dog. I think that might be a nice change of events. Having like a tiny smart puppy with us. What do you think, Caleb?
I think you get whatever makes you happy, darling.
Well, what do you say? I'll give you 100 gold, and whenever we cross our paths again, I'll give you the rest because currently I don't have any more gold on myself.
You know what? You take the other 100. I'll drop another 100 there.
So you guys are legit gonna buy a blink dog?
Yeah.
Is that a
Okay.
bad deed? Why wouldn't it? I don't know. Is that
No,
bad?
they're just sentient creatures. They have 10 intelligence, and they do actually have a language.
So?
Well, that's fine. Can they not be nice? I mean,
Oh, they can be, but he says they're kind of tricksters if you let them.
okay. Well, I guess it's just another level of challenge, and well, I think that's with like being a puppy.
No. This isn't the same as you're like, oh, he pooped in my shoe. I gotta clean it. It's more along the lines of, why is there boiling shit in my fireplace?
I think we should go back to a regular puppy. That's okay. Okay. Okay, let's just
Bring
go.
him back.
He's like, it happened to me. I was in my home. One of them got out because one of the helping hands forgot to close the door.
Helping hands.
You know, for the rancher. So I woke up one morning and I heard this noise in my kitchen. So I go check out my kitchen, and there's this big bag of manure leaning over the cupboard. And I don't even know why there was fertilizer in my cupboard. Then there's this trail that leads to the fucking pot in my fireplace, and there's something cooking in it. That smells atrocious. And it's just wet fertilizer just boiling in my pot.
Yep.
I went sniffing around. I caught that bastard. He was trying to put it in another kitchen.
Well, I guess a mastiff will do. let's just go with a mastiff.
Well,
I
I'll
don't
save
want
you the
to
trouble there and try to tell you those things are quick. They can teleport. They can go through walls too.
Nope, I think I already changed my mind.
So I'll give you a little honesty there, and I'll tell you that they are a hassle.
Mastiffs are.
No, blink dogs. Mastiffs are a hassle because they're big boys. You know, they stand as tall as you, except for maybe that, except for your lovely man over there. And he points to Caleb, who's like 6'8".
Yeah.
So he's like not as tall as him, maybe with the fluff, but
Well then a mastiff will do. A big mastiff puppy, and we'd like with the medicine that would be great. And yeah, that would be great. I would like a puppy. We had one on our farm when I was little. So
oh, and when you get the chance, I'll take you to the Utan market and I'll show you around. We can get some nice furniture. I know a few craftsmen, the best craftsmen.
all right.
But just come to my farm, say you're heading to Utan, I'm with you.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be going there anytime soon, but thank you very much. And Oliver gets his money back because the master was only like what, 10 gold, 5 gold. You said.
It was,
5 gold was a normal dog. I think it was
Yeah.
50
100.
gold.
50.
50.
Okay.
Right, then she'll pay 50 gold because she has that much money.
Okay, you start kind of passing the coins into his coin purse. And he says, you're missing out. Utan has the best crafters. And you know why? Because most of them are dwarves. The other few I know are halflings. Halflings, they're funny as hell. Not the best crafters, but they're great at brewing and cooking. Try halfling cooking.
I know. I have had it for most of my life because I actually am from Uton. So
You don't say.
yeah, but that does not matter. How do you have any tips on how to, where we can get the dog from, or do you have it with you right now, or how's this working?
I'll have it sent to you with the servants, with the seeds, and I don't know how well you're gonna have your fencing done for some winter ranching, but I'll save the animals for when the spring comes around, so you can get your posts in, and then you'll have this nice farm in the back. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be great for the kids.
What? Wait, what kids?
Oh, I see. That's my fault. I apologize. I didn't know.
You're an odd fella, aren't you?
Oh yeah. Probably why my wife left me. Make a lot of assumptions, you know.
Well, I'm sorry to hear she left you.
Well, I don't entirely blame her. She was meeting with a friend, and I kind of did shoot him with a crossbow.
Well, does anyone have anything else?
No, I'm good.
Bruce Cellini, why?
Why, Bruce? Why? Such a strange fellow.
Bruce
He's like, I thought he was sleeping with my wife.
Shot a man with a crossbow. All right. Thank you so much. We'll see you soon.
Yeah, thank you, Bruce Delaney.
He's like, no problem, anytime. And hey, if you change your mind about the whole Utan thing, I mean, great place. The only downside is you got a lot of strict rules around there, and of course, it's basically run by dwarves, so they're sticklers.
It's all right. Our path might cross there. Then we'll probably
says-
see him again.
But one more thing about that place, because they're dwarves, they really know how to do their hair and their beards. So, if you need your hair done, Go to Utan.
Good to know. Thank you very much.
He's kind of like sensing the crowd. He's like, well, I better get going. And, now merchants and stalls aren't going to run themselves,
Mm-hmm.
I'll be seeing you. And he kind of starts exiting the door. You kind of the church, and you notice he's kind of got a little bit of a limp.
Oh, what a
Don't
strange man.
forget to be a little bit more careful next time.
What a strange man.
Yes.
So, Caleb, Val, question. You guys are getting a manor here, right?
Yeah.
In Raylan. It is in Raylan, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking about sticking around in the Steel Kingdom a little longer. You guys mind if I join you in your place?
No, not at all. I mean, it's not really built yet, so.
But once it does happen.
And I think we will not be living there on our own, anyways. With all those people that we're most likely going to hire and give them a future, so I wouldn't mind.
It'd be nice to have a friendly face.
Good to hear. You guys seem like good folk.
Thank you. You do too.
Just trying to say thanks.
You're welcome, Miss. You are so welcome. Yeah, no, that gem really helped us there. If we didn't have one of those, we would probably be stuck.
It would have been really funny if you guys had comprehend languages, because then you could have spoke Blink Dog.
Oh my god. Sorcerers get limited amount of spells, dude.
They can't actually speak though. They can only understand language. They can't actually speak it.
No, the language is literally called Blink Dog.
Oh my god.
They can speak to each other using it. And they can understand Sylvan.
Oh, okay.
I was reading it and I'm like, what?
I'm
Blink
so
Dog
glad.
is a fucking language. Okay.
So this farmhand can speak Blink Dog.
Yes, he taught himself to speak Blink Dog.
Wow.
I'm so glad I didn't take the Blink Dog. That would have fucked up a lot of things, I think.
Okay. It would have been fun though.
But I don't know. It's also better to not fuck around with magic or magical creatures. Just have a dog that's just lying on your lap.
I mean, it would be basically lying on top of you, but yeah, lap.
Crushes you.
They'd
There, puppy.
be lying on my lap.
Good puppy.
Well, that's the end of the adventure.
Woo!
And for anyone
Just
who wasn't
before we
paying
stop, can Caleb go? He wants to go to Uther if he can.
Yeah, sure. You taking anyone with you, or is this just something you're doing on your own?
I'd probably tell the rest of them, and I'd be like, I just have a quick errand to run. I'll meet you all at the inn.
All right.
Sure thing.
Take care.
And then I would go to town hall and ask for an audience with Uther, if that would be possible.
The servant says, "Well, he's kind of in his chambers, but I'll go ask him. You don't need an audience, I don't think. He's not in the courtroom."
I'd just like to speak to him real quick, if that's all right.
So he runs away.
Fuck this, I'm out.
Well, I mean, the servant being requested by a knight and noble to go do something. So he runs away, and you hear some knocking on the door, and you hear some light conversation. Then the door closes, and the servant runs back, and he says, he'll be here soon.
Oh, thank you. It's a mighty nice thing for you to do for me.
Oh, right. Thank you for your compliments. And then he continues going down the hallway. He's like a little late now, so he's running down that hallway now. And it takes about 5 minutes before Uther approaches you. They're not knights this time, but he has like 2 soldiers with him.
Caleb will stand up and bow his head a little bit and be like, "Sir."
Oh, it's you. Well, I won't be needing them. Please just watch the front door. And the soldiers salute, and they start walking outside. And they walk outside. He says, "What brings you here, Caleb?"
Well, it might be nothing, but it struck me as might wrong. Today and for the past few days, me and my compatriots have been helping out this farmer. Some of his animals got loose. However, he didn't have normal animals. He was breeding something completely new, and we were forced to kill it in order to basically be able to escape with our own lives. But it seems like he's working on Domia's behalf here in the Steel Kingdom. They can't create their own monsters due to this chaos magic, but I just doesn't sit right with me that Domia's creating monsters over here. I thought I should bring it to your attention at the very least.
He kind of gives you a look, and he says, "I think I know who you're talking about. Can you mark down his location on the map?"
Of course. He'll mark it down. I don't like to be duplicitous, but it didn't seem right, him working for Domia. And I figured if I outright asked him why, he either wouldn't know or he would lie. I figured if we needed to find out what's going on with Domia, it was better to keep it a little bit quieter.
He says, "Tell me the nature of that place. Tell me more about what it is. You've been there."
Well, they were trying to crossbreed 2 different animals. I hadn't seen them before, either of the normal animals. They were fade spiders and blink dogs. It seemed to be some sort of maybe experiment for a creature that could travel across planes. I don't know. I'm not so smart in the arcane manners, but we couldn't hit those damn spiders from our plane. We had to wait until they came and attacked us on ours. And it was able to bring one of our compatriots over to the ethereal plane. Took us going to the priests here to be able to get him back. I was worried we weren't going to be able to get anyone back.
I understand. He calls over one of the servants. He says, "Bring me a map, will you?" And he says, "What?" He kind of taps his finger on his arm, and he says, "What do you think is going to happen now that you've told me this?"
Well, I'm no strategist, and I'm not particularly. I'm not the smartest nail in the box, but I mean, it just seems that perhaps you should watch it, or maybe talk to the young man and let him know that breeding these things is dangerous. My compatriots tried to talk him out of breeding anything like this in the Steel Kingdom, but he wouldn't have it. Maybe it'll have some weight coming from you.
He says, "It will. It will. I'll go talk to him. I'll send some men. I'll send my knight commander, and I'm sure they'll have words. You can rest easy."
I reckon that's good. I don't want the people of the Steel Kingdom to be in danger from things like this.
And neither do I. So I'll handle it from here. Why don't you go get some rest? You deserve it.
I thank you, sir, and I'm sorry for disturbing your evening.
The
He'll-
servant eventually comes around with a map and he says, "You mind pointing it out for him?"
Of course, and he'll point it out as best he remembers.
And he says, and Uther says, "Thanks for your service again. I'll remember what you've done today."
Don't remember it too hard.
He says, "I hope you don't either. Good night, Caleb."
Good night, Pendragon said.
Roll me insight.
Insight? Okay. 7.
You feel comforted by his words. He's like, I'm glad that he's going to take care of this issue."
He's gonna kill him. He's so gonna kill him.
Oh, yeah.
We're never gonna get a dog.
I'm sorry, but the fact, but like you were saying that he was doing this on the in the Steel Kingdom, and then I don't like that he was fucking around with Domia and being like, no, it's cool. but Caleb would be really upset if he knew he was gonna die from it.
So, it's, you guys are going to sleep, and you start waking up to some noise in the dark. And it sounds like it's not, there's no sirens or bells or anything. It's just loud muttering. Like people asking what's going on.
Do we have to roll perception checks?
It's in the middle of the night. If you need to roll perception checks or you're busy, then
No, like to wake up or something.
yeah, if
From-
you would, if you're a light sleeper, then you should wake up on your own. But if you wouldn't wake up without some help, then by all means roll.
I'm assuming with the alert feat, Caleb would wake up.
Yeah, you start hearing people saying, "What's going on over there?"
Oliver's asleep. Saber.
Yeah.
Just knock the fuck out.
Miss is probably up. It's midnight?
It's like 2 a.m.
Oh, he's dead. I'm out.
I think Miss is just finished to do his business and he headed outside.
I rolled perception because she would probably sleep but wake up. So with 18, she would wake up.
Okay, so you guys are in the second floor of the inn. You look out your window.
Yeah.
Sure.
See what the
Yeah.
commotion is.
Yeah.
About a mile out in the direction that you took about towards the barn that you helped, you see that the barn is on fire. The building is burning. I'll have the both of you roll perception checks.
Natural 20. 22.
23.
Damn.
Yeah.
0, cause I'm asleep.
So you two are watching, and you kind of squint your eyes and you peer in the distance. You can't make out too many details, but you see what looks like somebody getting pulled out of a house. It's this big, plump man.
Oh
You
no.
assume Bruce Laney. And it's not looking good.
Caleb will run to his door, open it, and knock on Val's door real quick and be like, Val, something's going on. We gotta get out.
She'll be standing on the other side of the door already with like her axes on her back, but not bothering enough to put on her armor. So she'll just take her weapons. She's like, I saw it too. What's going on? I think the barn is on fire.
I don't know. We gotta get out there. By the way, he grabbed his axe, but he's also not wearing a shirt. He's just wearing his sleep pants.
Yeah, like nightgown time.
Yeah.
Nightgown time. So
Let's go
Yeah.
fight evil.
You guys grab horses.
we'll probably, when running out, knock on Oliver's door. Oliver, we need to go. And
What?
Oliver, get up. Let's go.
What happened?
And I think we would grab horses and not, like, Valerie would not care what kind of horse or who it belongs to, because this is kind of an emergency, and just lend it for, because we don't have horses, do we?
No.
I don't think so. No, I think
Yeah.
we just go to the stables and be like, we'll bring these back, but we need to hustle.
Right now.
Okay, so you guys get on these horses.
What is going on?
Servant is like, oh, please don't, no. And then you start riding off, and he's like, oh man, Uther's gonna be so mad at me.
We'll bring him back. And she would, or they would also have alerted Miss, because he was like still awake, and they would not be too very quiet about this.
Yeah. If he's in the inn with us, we would have grabbed him as well.
And they're off. They're gone.
Half asleep riding a horse. Where the fuck are we going?
You'd probably, now that you're awake, start seeing flames.
Oh, fire! What the hell?
It takes you 3 hours to get there, and the fire is dying down. But as you arrive, you don't really see too much. You just see a bunch of figures standing around this well. You see what looks like about 4 corpses in the middle of this like open area in front of his house. And then you just see another person raise his sword and decapitate the last person. And you hear some voices say, clean this mess up.
What in the hells is going on here?
So you start riding closer.
Oh yeah. I'm like yelling and being like, what the fuck's going on?
So you ride up closer, and you see the Knight Commander standing. He's got the bloodied sword standing near the decapitated body.
Knight Commander, respectfully, what the hell is going on here?
He says, I had my orders from Uther.
What orders? Why did you kill all those people?
They're a threat to the nation. Doman traitors.
A threat to they are not a threat to the nation. I talked with Uther. He was gonna take care of this. He was gonna talk to this man. He was going to talk to this man. He wasn't gonna come. You've heard his orders wrong. You've done wrong.
So would it be a lie if someone said, you said, and I quote, and he's gonna actually reach to to a squire, and he's gonna pull pillow out and just unfurl it. Says, the monsters that he is breeding here could be a threat to the people in the surrounding area. And he closes the scroll and hands it back to the squire.
That is true. Those animals are a danger. But they are animals. They are not people. If you had to get rid of something, it would be the animal. I talked to Uther. He asked me what I thought he would be doing about this, and I told him that he would talk, and his words would have more weight than ours. He's more respected than us. This is not what Uther meant. I'm sure of it. This is a mistake. And now, innocent man, have lost their lives because of this.
He says, then that is your burden to carry, not mine. I've served my country.
You have murdered innocent people.
Yeah, Valerie's heart is just on the like on the bottom of her feet, basically just like dropped down all the way, not believing what's going on. She's just speechless and like looking over to the corpses and kind of sort of creepily anticipating to see Brasiliani's body there. Like she hopes that it's not gonna be there, but she kind of thinks it's gonna be.
Oh, the Knight Commander walks away from the body, and it's definitely him.
Caleb's gonna grab him by the arm as he's walking away.
Caleb, stop.
Says it would be incredibly unwise, young master, to grab a superior officer by his arm.
Right now, I don't see no superior officer. I see a murderer.
Caleb, this is not the time.
He says, then I would be more than gladly to answer a trial by combat if you feel like accusing me and taking me to the courts.
Okay, I'm just gonna step between them. There seems to be a real big misunderstanding right now. I think what we all need to do is go speak to Uther. That seems like the wisest thing to do right now.
He says, and we will. Right after I'm done cleaning up this place.
I think you've done enough here.
Those people deserve a proper burial wherever they came from. We have to find their families and alert them.
He says traitors don't get buried.
Those aren't traitors. They did not betray anyone. They were just here.
As far as we know, they hadn't harmed anyone.
It was just their job.
He says it was by your own words that you said they were reproducing dangerous monsters.
And they were. That doesn't mean that they deserve to die. They were misguided.
But they wouldn't have stopped, would they?
They would have. I believe in it. With Tom's guidance or even Shanti, they would have been brought back to the light.
And you would have vouched for that.
I would have.
And that's what they told you?
What do you mean? That's what they told me.
Did they tell you that they were going to stop breeding these monsters?
Well, I try to talk them out of it, and I try to get their word on stopping, but they were not really wanting to do that. So, I mean, why could we not have just simply banished them from those grounds and told them if they came ever back, they would be persecuted, or give them like a warning shot? Like, killing people straight up is just really harsh.
Yes, but would you rather them that than risk them running around continuing to breed monsters in just another place?
I believe they deserved at least a second chance and the benefit of a doubt. So, yes, a second chance should have been granted, and that was not given here. They were being overwhelmed in the middle of the night. Their goods burned down. They're slaughtered like farm animals.
There's an analogy here somewhere.
Besides, those things were held back by magic. So, with that being gone, I'm sure you let those animals loose now by your actions.
No,
the bond was protected by magic. I don't know who cast this magic, but
oh god, they could have escaped too.
Yeah, that's what
crap.
I mean. Because
Miss, I'm gonna need that gem.
He says it's no worries. We've killed them already.
You don't know that. Some of them aren't even in this plane.
Yes, I do know that, because they teleported in to fight us. I've killed plenty of phase spider. I also read through his ledger. We know exactly how many are in there. Not to mention, he told us.
Why would Uther do that to us? Or to them? I held him for a beneficial ruler, or like a good and righteous ruler over these lands.
The Knight Commander shrugs, and he says, it's the law. And it is meant to be upheld.
Yeah, of course it is.
Our best course of action is just to talk to him.
Did
Well-
he? Did he send the letters already?
You don't know.
Okay.
And in that case, Valerie will kind of step back and stop arguing because it's like literally her flaw. So if it's the law, then she'll have to be okay with it.
He says, it's not pretty. It's not always the best thing. But it is what must be done.
You, sir, will be judged. We all will this day.
He says, then let the gods come.
Intense.
As for you, go speak with him. I'm sure he'll tell you everything that I've told you.
He has some explaining to do for me.
So you ride back into town?
Yep.
So basically, you ride back into town, and as you're putting back the horses, and I don't know if you're making yourself look presentable, but as you're arriving, a bunch of squires seem to be gathering up a bunch of workers to go gather up the animals to move them into Loxie.
They took his business too.
Yeah.
That's why.
So you're in the town hall now.
And he's not even gonna go to any kind of like squire or anything. If he doesn't immediately see Uther, he's just gonna start shouting for Uther.
Okay.
I'm not gonna be there. I'm going back to my in room and doing my thing.
Okay.
I'm not
So
gonna be there when you're gonna die all.
So you go in there and you shove your way through the servants who they're not getting in your way. Though once you get about halfway and you start getting into the courtroom to walk into where you know he sleeps, the soldiers start barring your way and you try to push through them. They're not as strong as you, but between the both of them, they manage to hold you back. And eventually the door opens and Uther is in his armor. And he says, that's enough. Leave us. We'll talk with him. And he'll walk towards you.
Uther, I don't know if you are aware, but your knight commander just went and slaughtered an entire farm full of people.
He says, I wouldn't call them people. I would call them traitors to our land.
They were human beings. You didn't even give them a chance.
I gave them as much as a chance as anyone else.
You gave them nothing. You gave them your sword. You gave them your blade. You didn't talk to them. You didn't ask them. You didn't maybe see why they felt they had to do that. A good leader would.
So you're going to tell me that you didn't know why they were doing it?
They were doing it for money. Why did they need money? Is there perhaps some other way we could have run things around here? that they wouldn't have needed to resort to that kind of behavior. Perhaps if they had been happier here, they wouldn't have sought allies with Domia. Did you perhaps see if Domia might have been threatening them? You don't know because you didn't stop to ask. This is not what I wanted. You told me you were going to talk to them, that your words would have weight with them. This is not what I meant.
This is true. That is what I said. But I guess you missed the hidden context and you've forgotten where you live. I told them I told you that my words would be more than weighted with just those words. I did not mean to go there just to speak with him. I sent my knight commander to judge him. That is what I did. I sent someone that would obey the laws unquestionably. And seeing that as you were accepting his offers, I knew I couldn't trust you to make those judgments. You know very well that we don't believe strongly in the use of magic, let alone the reproduction of monsters in our very borders. The law is clear that they are to be punished, and that they actively take money to do whatever else they need to do and sway the sway the market in their favor due to the advantage of dealing with foreign countries that definitely can perform those imbalances. It's exactly why the Steel Kingdom has problems. Now, I didn't do this to just simply slay some traitors. I did this to protect you from the mistakes that you're making.
Excuse me, Heather, but what mistakes are you referring to?
If somebody were listening to your conversations at the church, they would, in assuming you've taken those offers, then you would be accepting bribes from traitors. And if other nobles find out what you've done, or what you would have done if it wasn't for my intervention, then you would have been outcast and exiled without an opportunity to do any of the deeds that you set out to do.
I can fix my own mistakes. And I can own up to my own mistakes. I had no intention of accepting his food. However, I did have an intention of accepting the people, the poor homeless people that he was going to send us. They wouldn't have been, I would have paid them, not him. And I came to you first, so you would know that this was the side I was on. This, you passed judgment, all while trying to keep your own hands clean, letting somebody else dirty themselves for you. I respected you, Uther. I really did.
Then I guess you would have preferred exile then.
At least then they can learn from the mistakes. What's a man gonna learn when he's missing his head?
He says, perhaps that is a mistake that you could learn.
If you want to judge me now, Uther, do it. I accept my judgment.
He shakes his head. He says, "You're too young to play the martyr." He takes off his helmet. He puts it on a nearby stand. And you can see his, old elderly face. And he says, "I make these kinds of mistakes often. But it's something that I must do. Not because I don't believe in your causes. I know that doing good deeds in your mind is the most valuable thing that a man could do. And I respect that. Which is why I'm giving you the opportunity to rise through the ranks, enter nobility, and claim that ability to change the Steel Kingdom. Which is why I seek to become king of it in the first place. And perhaps I could change these things. But that's not the world that we live in yet. And we have codes. It says honor that we still have to abide by, that the other nobles watch out for. And unfortunately, I've had to use the same silver tongue on you that I use for many others to deceive you. And that's my fault. However, I did this to give you the chance to do what I cannot. To do what a young lord with youthful inspiration can do that I can't. And I hope that when you start claiming the lands that you deserve and start showing people what a shining hero that you can become, that many people will follow your example, perhaps even joining Torm, and start changing how the Steel Kingdom reacts to the outside world. But until then, I have to act as the kingdom's laws and codes bid me to do. And I will likely not be able to experience what I hope to bring into this world. That is my sacrifice that I must take to give way to people like you who are willing to go through the pain that you just endured today.
Uther, is there not any way that, I mean, this is a big issue of our trust. I mean, I would not want you to, or I trust you with my life. I'm doing everything I can, and I would really like you to be honest and not deceiving with us. And just, I mean, I think you could have told Caleb this before things got the way they did. And maybe we could have still followed the law and found like a way to decrease the damages done. I know the law has to be obeyed. I understand that by any means, and whoever does bad and whoever does not follow shall be punished. I understand, and I'm standing very well behind this. But deceiving one of us is something that I don't understand just now.
I've already explained myself. This was never a matter of good and evil. It was a matter of obeying the law. And I am bound by these old ways. And I am forced to uphold them as hopefully future king of the Steel Kingdom. And when I become king, I will likely have to continue using these laws until I have my heir take my throne. And of course, perhaps in some sort of rebellious and angered, emotional man like you right now would make. Probably change these laws to be more liberal in some sense. And I'd be happy if I could just change them on a whim, on the flip of a quarter. Do what I want. But if that was the case, then we'd be no better than the people in Domia, who are willing to change the very nature of creatures just because they want to.
Doesn't all of this put us also in a very worse position or standing towards the Domans? I mean, don't we want to at least reach like some sort of how do you call that, standstill or something?
The Domans and the Steel Kingdom, we don't have much of an agreement between each other. The only reason why the Domans get away with so much is because they have access to seemingly endless amounts of gold. I'm sure some of Illumina's problems stem from that very issue as well. But we have one thing that they don't, at least not anymore. And that is that the chaos magic has taken away their magic. And with that, we now finally have the upper hand that gives us the ability to enact the will that was always given to us. Does that mean our people will accept magic? Probably not. But this is an opportunity. But not for me. For people like you, the young nobles who are willing to take the risk to make things happen in the world. But it's up to people like me to keep the world steady so that people have time to change with it.
You're sounding like you're at war with Domia. Like now their economy is basically gone to crap. You have the upper hand.
Because it's always been like that.
But you're just dealing with a city that's trying to get by. Sure, if they come into your land and they're not disturbing any of you.
They are, though.
Well, you can't blame them. This wasn't their fault that this chaos magic came across our land. Like, did Illumina want all our magic to be gone? No.
Says it is our problem when the last time they were able to use magic, they threw fire at our city and burned down our docks. Why do you think we have so many warships in the water now? They can shoot fireball at those things all they want, but it's going to be a lot different story when they get a ballista bolt through their bodies. Just because they stop throwing the fireballs doesn't mean that they're going to not wage a different war on a different front. Domia just wants our resources, just as they always have before. And this time it's in the form of the monsters. Because they know that we'll get some greedy merchant who's willing to put his life on the line and the life of others to experiment on creatures that shouldn't be experimented on, to get different results and abuse the natural order of things so that they can reproduce monstrosities and war machines so that they can do what they want. Now, I don't know if you've been to Domia before, but that's exactly what goes on inside the city walls. So just because they're in a helpless state now, back when we didn't have ballistas, back when we didn't have warships, we didn't have magic, we just had our faith and our steel to keep them at bay. And now you're going to defend their cause now that they're in the same situation that we were, but they're just trying to encroach on our land still with their vast amounts of wealth. I won't have any of it. Domia has put itself in this position by continuing to assault our cities with one issue or another, trying to destabilize our country. And I won't let it stand. And you'll look to Caleb. I understand that you feel like we've done wrong, and perhaps in the eyes of Torm, I have. But it's not just me that I must act on anymore. And you will find out that it's soon the same for you. That you must think of not just yourself, but the people that you fight for. We are not just warriors anymore. I am fighting to become a lord. And I am fighting to protect you and the people below me. And you will eventually do the same.
But I remember what you've forgotten. That all of these people, no matter how lost or how strayed from the path they are, they're all your people. Tonight, you did not kill Domans. You killed members of the Steel Kingdom. They were lost. You just needed to find a way. I know that you know your reasonings, and I can hear in your voice that I'm not going to sway you from them. I don't agree with them. I don't like them. And I am going to change them.
Then that is your course. I won't stop you. You are still, in some regards, my subordinate, and I will still give you everything that I've promised. And I will help, and I still offer my aid to you, despite our differences. Just make sure that blade is always pointed away from me, however. I didn't get here from being merciful.
Yes, that I can see. And if you should fall, it will not be my blade. It'll be Torm himself come to lay judgment on you.
Then if that's his judgment, then I will accept it.
Damn.
Valerie, I think I'm done here. I'll be returning to the inn. I'll meet you there later. And he will walk away.
She'll nod. Not sure what to do or say. Like, this is really tense.
Uther will look to you, and he'll say, I know I have given you your position, and I know that you feel like you may owe me something. But I will tell you this right now.
Be loyal to him first.
Yes, sir. I never really asked for this, and I'm not. It's not the position that I'm worried about, or the things that you give or gave to us. It's I'm just having this conflict inside of myself right now, kind of where Caleb's standing at or coming from. And I understand the law, and I'm standing behind it, and I understand your reasonings. But I don't know that I can't really express myself, but I just have the feeling that the way this was done was really wrong. And I mean, should they not have gotten a trial of some sorts? I mean, they have to be punished, yes, but this is this doesn't feel just. And I know justice don't always get you where you want to be, but I'm not sure I want if I don't know. I'm not sure I want to go this way. I mean, we eradicated the danger, and maybe there's things that I'm not seeing here and that I haven't learned yet.
He says, war is not just about steel versus steel, or mind and magic versus another mind and magic. War can be handled in many different ways. Diplomacy, negotiation, economy. There's many ways to bring down a country without having to lift your finger. And that is the front that they are trying to come from. Whether they mean to or not, that is the damage that they are bringing to our country. I don't ask you to understand. I don't ask you to think about it. All I ask is that you trust my judgment. I didn't get this far from being stupid. I didn't become a lord by not knowing how the world works. So you think about that before you judge me.
I will, and I will need some time, and I think it's good if I'll just take some time to myself and with Caleb, and maybe we can calm the emotions down, look at this rationally, because after all, it is the law. The law must be obeyed, and even if it's not pretty, even if it's bloody, has to be followed. So I am in no position to judge you or what you've ordered or your orders. So I'll just excuse myself for the moment and take my time.
I know that my promises that I promised to you will continue to be upheld.
Nor will I lower my axe for the moment. So, like, she is not holding her axe, it's metaphorically speaking. And she'll like,
yeah.
Sorry, she'll just like kind of like nod, half nod, bow, and turn around and probably like as in excusing herself to leave. But she'll then head out and go towards the inn.
Okay.
Oliver will just nod. My lord, just remember there's a difference between justice and mercy.
I know the difference. And I know the difference. and I know that sometimes they can be one and the same. But this is not a matter of mercy or justice. This is about keeping the peace and protecting my country and my people. I know that this wasn't the right course of action in the forms of judgment or mercy or justice. This was an act purely to keep my country safe.
As long as you know what you're doing. My lord. He'll bow and walk out.
Okay. So Uther will stand there for a moment. And he'll look at his helmet. Its face looking towards him. And I'll say, sometimes you have to do the wrong things to keep the people that are important to you safe. Then he'll just put it back on and start walking out of this town hall. And that's going to be the end of our adventure. So, that's the end. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you all had fun. You guys gain one experience, no inspiration. Unfortunately, the rewards that were promised to you
Never gonna
are
happen.
not going to happen. Brusolini was killed, and his scrolls were burned. Only a handful of ledgers were kept, and his animals were moved to Loxie so that the farmers could claim them. And with that, I'll end the broadcast here. See you next time.